Okay. Well, I asked Florence about that, but we'll figure that out. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Manhattan Community Board 2's June 2025 Street Activities and Resiliency Committee meeting. We have in the room with us myself, William Benish, Committee Chair, Erica Olson, Vice Chair, Ryder Kessler, and Eddie Siegel. We may have a couple other members joining a bit late, but we do have a quorum. So we're going to get started. So we have a long schedule tonight, so we're going to try to move quickly and efficiently. We are going to actually start with application number 6 on the agenda, which is Resistorhood, as they're here in the room with us, and then we will run through the rest in order. So without further ado, if you guys want to come up to the table so you can be heard, we will kick it off. And I think what we usually do is just start off with a brief overview of the event, and then we'll go and ask questions after that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
And if you could introduce yourselves, that'd be great.
Hi, I'm Dylan Gamboa, and I'm Programs Manager at the Leslie Wellman Museum of Art.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jay Soto. I'm the Director of Engagement and Operations at the Leslie Wellman Museum of Art.
This application is for Resistorhood, a performance from Zena Zerner. We have a current exhibition at the museum that is called Resistorhood, and the solo show features the work of one artist, Young June Kwok. She has a band, a 2-person band, and they have works that are on display on the facade of the museum through the windows. They are neon lighted works. This event would be a cultural activation that would allow her to perform a set between 45 minutes, I think, to an hour, roughly, that would take place in front of those works on the street. And it would also feature some giveaways and a small art making station on Wooster. We, I think right now have it reflected as an 8 a.m. setup time until 7 p.m. That's to barricade the street to avoid any parked cars. And the setup would actually take place probably from 12 p.m. Until we open at 2 and then end at 6.
And so this is so between Canal and Grand, Full Street. And so from what's happening from 2 to 6, there's a 30-minute performance. There's also a talk, an artist talk.
There was going to be some words from the artist at the end, following the but that's probably not going to happen anymore. That was just a part of the initial application,
And what's the other programming or use of the street that's happening?
There will be a merch giveaway with kind of some shirts that will be screen printed, have like the museum logo on it.
Okay. And is there any food or drink element or no?
No.
So it's a performance it's your performance and merch giveaway.
Yes.
And is the performance using amplified sound?
It is, yeah. We have a sound.
From the first precinct.
Yes.
Awesome. Good job.
And this is.
Yeah, it's on Saturday.
Okay. So you've already secured all the permits you need there.
Yes.
Okay, great.
It's open to the public?
Yeah.
And how much advance marketing is being done? Is it like meant to just be for passersby, or do you think a big crowd will come because of the artist?
Well, the artist is from LA, so she doesn't really have like a local following. So we anticipate a lot of end flow. So we're passing by, we are promoting on Instagram and social media, but we have like flyers as well that we've been kind of giving out to visitors at the museum.
Cool. Is Zena Zerner the band name? Got it.
But the artist has fairly small following on Instagram even, right? I'm looking, it's like 6,000, so you're not gonna get like.
Oh, no, it's not like a celebrity
Mhm.
situation. It's,
And is there there's no sort of giveaway or anything?
Yeah, the merch.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I meant like something that's like anything that's like disposable or that could cause waste.
No, we will have trash cans on the street because we do plan on having maybe some art making happening. But for that, we do have like readers who would get to make sure that there is no litter.
So between Canal and Grand.
Be any security presence?
Yeah, we're gonna have some plainclothes security members just to make sure that lines aren't forming and.
Yeah. Okay,
And is the museum here? It's a museum?
Yeah, it's at
Yeah.
26 Worcester Street.
Sorry, I don't know it.
We're not far at all, actually. We're just kind of down the street.
What's the 26? You said 26 Worcester?
What would the lines be for like people lining up to get merch?
Yeah, usually in my experience, I feel like when people see an outdoor event, they then want to go inside of the
Mhm.
space. So
Mhm.
I anticipate that more.
It would be a line to get into the museum.
Or-
Mhm.
I think people just love a line.
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately. And you think the amplified sound is really only from like, you said like 4 to 4:30 or 4:30 to 5?
It'll
A 30-minute
probably
window?
no, I'm sorry, that was in my initial application.
okay.
So I think in my run of show, I indicated from 4 to 5 PM.
Yeah,
So likely longer, like an hour.
perfect.
Have you guys I know there's residential above and next door all around that block. Have you posted signs or can you that say like, we're gonna have noise, it's gonna be this time, and post a contact number for someone that in case there's.
Yeah, we've been in touch with our building and the building adjacent. There's also a parking garage that we've been in touch with. We have no parking signs that are at the precinct that I have not picked up yet that I'm planning on putting out within 3 days of the day. So folks aren't surprised by the street being closed.
Great,
Great.
Fantastic event.
Yeah.
Yes.
cool.
We like to see
Come visit.
cultural events. Because
looks like
certainly
someone has-
typically outnumbered by commercial events in our district, so.
Yeah,
it's good
the
to-
open culture permit, I didn't see a lot of those like from the past years. So it's
Yeah, you're one of the first. I'm gonna allow Pete Davies to talk unless anyone else here has any comments from the committee. No,
No, but is Adam raising his hand because he's the sponsor? Or no.
Pete, I think, had his hand raised. Pete, you should be able to talk.
Great, thank you so much. I heartily support this. Art in the streets rather than advertising in the streets is always welcome. And I was curious, Saturday, there was a massive line that went around from Canal Street up Worcester and then over across Grand down to 21 Green. Did that line impede you guys at Loman?
Not that this is Jay speaking, not that I'm aware of. Yeah, and I'm the director of our front of house crew too, and I didn't hear anything about it, so I'm assuming it didn't.
Okay, very good. Yeah, it seemed to be a unsanctioned, non-SAPO event that took up a sidewalk for a full city block. But anyway, thanks a lot.
Where is that,
Can
Pete?
you tell us more?
It was 21 Green is where the event was. It was, I might be able to figure out what the name of it was. It was hooked into this Summer Fridays.
Oh, the brand.
But this was for a store on Green. Scrolling up, trying to find it.
21 Green, it looks like they advertise it as a pop-up event space.
Was it, there's a brand called Summer Fridays. I bet it was for that.
Yeah, maybe that is the name of the
3 days ago, Summer Fridays Sweet
Yeah, I
Shop
see it.
pop-up,
It's like
21 Green.
pink.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday was the Darlene might I'm seeing that Darlene in the chat has said yes, Summer Fridays.
I see that, so,
Okay.
all right, let's follow up on that one.
There was a battalion of branded taxis on Broadway taking people from Sephora around. They were picking people up and they had people on the sidewalk saying, come take the cab. And then delivering them to the location.
All right. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Pete. We will.
Pete, if you have any photos or you came across any, it might be helpful for us in contacting SAPO if you haven't already sent them in.
Okie doke, we'll see what we can find.
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks.
Darlene raised her hand as well.
Okay. Darlene, I just hit allow to talk. Should be able to.
Sorry, this is not.
Yeah. Darlene?
Am I on?
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Happy June.
We made it.
We made it to June. This event, I'm going to talk about the event from the Lohman Museum. Sounds fascinating. I am trying to find more information about the artist. They have a Instagram or something,
Yeah, they do. It's XINA.
right?
XURNER. So Zena's.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat, Darlene.
Okay.
Okay, shall we?
Are we good? All right, we'll put that in the chat. And I don't think anyone else has anything else, so I think you're good.
Thank you for coming by.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Feel free to come by.
We will. And if you guys have anything going forward, we do have an arts and culture committee that I don't know, this doesn't need to be the forum, but if there's ever a way we can support or work together.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
a good
reach out
idea.
to Mark.
If you just want to like raise awareness and stuff.
Wonderful,
In
yeah.
our monthly meetings, you can come and speak during the public session if you have any new exhibits or events coming up that you want people to know about.
We'll be in touch.
Thank you for sharing.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have Porsche on Mulberry.
Wait, are we skipping one?
I'm sorry, we have to go to number one. Sorry, Tory Birch X Bonbon is first. This is Greenwich between Gansford and Horatio. Do we have someone from Tory?
Yeah, Allie Hayes.
Please raise your hand for Tory Birch. Okay, I'm going to promote you, Ally. All right, if you're able to turn your video on, you have to accept the promotion. Oh, there you are. Oh, there's another person under Ally Hayes. Maybe that's the same.
We have two people from BMF here today.
Okay, great.
Hi.
Hi.
It took a
Welcome.
second for me to be able to accept. I apologize.
No problem.
So we have Ally, and who else do we have here?
James Work
James.
from BMF, yes.
James, what's your last name? Sorry.
Work,
James Work.
okay.
And both of you are from BMF Media?
Yes, that is correct. I am the Senior Vice President of Client Services and Head of Integrated Special Projects for BMF, and Ali is our producer from BMF.
Okay, welcome. Yeah, please go ahead and give us an overview of your event.
We are popping up in the Gansevoort Plaza in partnership with Tory Birch and Bonbon, and we are doing a live pick and mix experience by the Bonbon team, and then also doing a guess how many game with in one of our tuk-tuks. We have two tuk-tuks, a small little road, and then a photo moment. I'm happy to share my screen to kind of give you guys a visual.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
An activation is slated for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Correct. It's a social first activation, really designed to create some buzz around the two brands and their excited collaboration. And it's really just, we're hoping to pop up and have like a great experience with the community in Gansevoort Plaza. Here's our footprint overview. We have our two tuk-tuks that are completely branded, as well as like our small road that kind of encompasses and frames the space. And then we have a photo moment made from giant candy. And then all the size call outs are on the next page. Feel free to stop me if you have any questions along the way. But really here's like our consumer journey. You enter your information and then you guess how many are in the next tuk-tuk. It's like giant candy, kind of like guessing game. And then you go to the next tuk-tuk, which is like a pick and mix, which is supported by the Bonbon team. And then you snap a photo at the photo moment. And then here is our site plan, which shows our road, our two tuk-tuks, our photo moment, and then our line queue that queues directly behind. And here is a little bit more that goes into where our trash cans are placed, where our security plan is placed, where each of our brand ambassadors are placed as well. That will really control the flow of people as well in partnership with the security team. And then we also, here is our size call outs. Our road is 42 feet wide. Our candy bench is 120 inches wide. And then our two tuk-tuks are 13 feet wide individually. We'll also be displaying some of our product as well. And then here's the branding that will be present. And a little bit more about like the fabricated road. A little bit more about the actual fabrication itself of the road and how it goes together. And these 11 section panels. Here also is a little bit more on our candy mound, which is directly behind our little small bench that sits in, it's like built into this. And then here is our candy that's being served on site, and each of the pick and mix on the front of the tuk-tuk. We have the sour cola pacifier, the mushroom marshmallow, banana marshmallow, Swedish fish, and sour Swedish skulls. And this is like our giveaway that they'll be given away in bonbon bags and really like folded up for each person to take, kind of as a gift, but it's kind of like a live pick and mix experience. But we're not really like encouraging people to like eat it right there, like standing in the activation. It's really like we're kind of moving people through, letting them have a high touch experience with the brand, and then kind of like letting them enjoy and go on. Here's
So
a
this
little.
is, so this is 3 days, the 6th to the 8th?
Correct.
I
6,
only have
7, 8.
6 on the app.
I think the wrong application got uploaded into our system. It says OI super dry. So I'm just looking at the questionnaire.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I think we just had we downloaded the wrong.
Can you,
Sample app.
can you bring back your site plan?
See if you mean.
Bring back which one?
The site plan, the top down with the dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, thank you.
How many people do you expect each day? And like, is there a limit to how many bags you can fill?
Probably about like, we're kind of aiming for like around like 10 people in the space at a time. So we expect probably around like 2,000 to 3,000 max, like a day. We don't really like have a limit to like when we're going to stop, because the Bonbon store is located like right within very close distance. So there's not really like a limit to how much we're going to, like, if we're going to close shop.
Yeah,
But-
we have the opportunity to replenish based on the candy flow. There will not be a heavy promotional plan for this. This is really looking at the general traffic that was in the neighborhood as a sort of welcome. So again, just depending on what the traffic flow is on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday within Ganthor Plaza is ultimately going to dictate what our throughput will be. As Ellie mentioned, we will be sort of containing roughly around 7 to 10 people sort of at a max within the experience. We're roughly estimating that experience to be probably anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes within the space. Once they receive their pick and mix, they'll obviously exit the space, and then we'll bring in the next set of people from there. So if we do get to a point that we need to shut down the line at any point, we will do that. We'll obviously communicate to the teams that they can come back within 45 minutes or an hour, depending on when that sort of throughput is a little bit clearer. So we will stop that line queue as needed, just to ensure obviously the traffic flow and so forth is not, hindered at all. So we'll obviously have, again, our security guards both during the event as well as security guards for overnight support as well. So the activation will be heavily secured. We'll rely on our security guards to also help with flow from a sidewalk perspective, queue line perspective as well. So we'll pull them in as needed.
Got it. Yeah, good to know.
How many security guards are you going to have?
4 at all times.
Okay.
And then we'll have 2 overnight security as well, just for monitoring the activation overnight.
I found it. They do have 6 to 6
Okay.
on their proper application.
Great. And amplified sound, what do you have any amplified sound?
We will not have any amplified sound within the activation.
But we have like discussed potentially that we could have like a Bluetooth speaker we know it's not amplified, but we just wanted to make sure that like that was made aware of.
Consider that.
That's technically amplified, I think, if it's not from an acoustic instrument, but yes.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's like
okay.
like a small,
Then we,
Adam says he applied for a sound permit, okay.
Will one of you be on site?
of course, we both will.
Yeah, both Ali and myself will be on site. We'll also have another member of our team who is one of our senior producers on site as well, who's based in New York. So we'll both be there, or all three of us will be there.
And then what is like, how fast, what is the mechanism for guessing the candy? Like what's your like throughput time?
Yeah, so we're roughly estimating anywhere from roughly, I would call it 3 to 6 minutes within the space. So once you walk up to the tuk-tuk, you're basically looking at bins of candy. And it's a pretty quick sort of assessment of how many candy are in there. You quickly put that into your phone. It's done via a microsite. So you'll guess 1,000 candies, 500 candies, whatever it may be. And then once you've entered that, it's one number, you move to the next tuk-tuk, you get your pick and mix, and then you take your photo and you're out of the space. So it's a pretty quick experience. The registration is happening while they're in line. So we'll take the first 5 people. So once they're actually in the space, the only thing they really need to do is guess the number, get their candy, take a photo, and exit. Obviously, all of those are optional. They don't have to guess the candy. They can simply walk up, do the pick and mix, and take a photo and exit the space. So again, all 3 are optional as needed.
This seems like the kind of thing that could generate a massive line because it takes so long to get through the space. And you're saying there'll be thousands per day?
I think they're just estimating based on the
Yeah.
foot traffic, not
So
how many they're going to in front.
can you run us through specifically like where, you may have showed it, but where the line will go? And at what point you would cut off a line?
Yeah, so I think you can see the line queue that's going right behind the second tuk-tuk here. So that's where it will be. I think
And that's along Gansevoort going to.
Oh, I mean, that seems like it'll hold like 30 people.
Yeah.
We had also discussed zigzagging the line right behind it, opposed to going just like straight, like being able to zigzag this line, but we just like wanted to be really like mindful of like not taking up a lot of space.
Yeah, we're also taking the recommendation from the plaza itself, just in terms of how they have typically and recommended doing the line queue. So again, we're flexible in what that happens.
Yeah.
And what did the plaza recommend?
Can you go to that slide with the description of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's what, yeah, we just want to make sure it doesn't start to wrap around the block and block.
No. We're very clear that we will not have any wrapping. So again, we're going to also assess that on site. So once we need to cut the line, if it starts to go, we'll have our security also escorting people out and letting them know that they need to come back at an appropriate time when the line is less busy.
The line will not extend past the plaza.
That is
Okay, and so that was basically the recommendation of the bid, right?
Yeah, that's the recommendation directly from Gansevoort based on their previous experiences.
Okay. Last thing I think I had is on the setup time, you had 5 a.m.
Yeah.
We would recommend, I mean, we like to see people move it back a bit later because there's people that live in that area overlooking the plaza and we don't want them woken up at 5 a.m. from setup. So something like at least 6 or later would be better.
Yeah, we're definitely happy to take a look at that if that's the recommendation.
Yeah.
I have the run of show. If we need to like move it back, we can.
Yeah.
Relatively quite quick. We're only obviously bringing the tuk-tuks in once the road is placed, and then it's really just one other element that's coming into the space, which is just our photo moment. After that, the only other items coming into the space are just the rope and stanchions. Everything is coming. Tuk-tuks are already fully wrapped, so those will be arriving completed on site. And then the photo moment is coming built in 3 different sort of sets. So that's already being pre-done. So all they need to do is then connect it once it's on site to help, again, alleviate sort of the amount of time for production load in.
Okay. I'm good.
Are we saying try to push to 6 a.m.?
Yeah. But I am glad that it's
I
the
see
collaboration
Adam's
is
comment.
involving a store that has locations around.
Yeah, well, obviously, the Bon Bon team has also been letting the other businesses know, obviously encouraging them, et cetera. So that has also started as well. We won't, again, be doing any sort of heavy promotion at all. Again, we're really very much relying on the traffic that's within the neighborhood as our primary audience.
All right. We do need to move on, so.
We spent 15 minutes
Yeah.
on the application. We
All right.
were here till 12:30 a.m.
I think we're good. So thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for the time. So
Thank you.
let's move on to number 2 on the agenda, Porsche on Mulberry. Sponsor A. Leon Dor. I didn't pronounce that
We
right.
can go with ALD.
ALD.
Allowed.
Anyone here from ALD or from Porsche?
Seems Pano, so I think he should be here. But I don't see him.
I should go with Porsche.
That is the proper pronunciation. That is the proper pronunciation. I think we need to flag this one because I think there's issues with location before. Okay, that's a no-show. No one's raising their hand, right? No. Okay, next, Way Super Dry.
Another A story.
Okay, I see Cindy. I'm going to promote you. Way. Play beyond Way.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi. I'm Cindy. I'm one of the senior producer for Another A Story, and we're working on the Way. It's Way, like WAY, Super Dry event. Way is a hair care brand, and they're launching their dry shampoo in 2 signature scents. So we're helping them with a product launch pop-up on Lafayette Street.
Okay, great. So is this just for a sidewalk queue?
Yes, this is just in case that we garner a line on the outside. So we don't really have any activations per the line. It's mostly just for line management outside.
But this is 248 Lafayette.
Yeah, so 248. Stanchions are placed, arrival at 10, open to the public 11. It's a single day.
It is a single day.
Pop-up. Okay. Wrap up by 5:30 and event completely done by 7.
Yes.
And how many people do you expect the event?
We're expecting about 100 people per hour, but our certificate of occupancy for indoors is 74. So we're expecting a line of somewhere between, 25 to 40 people at any time.
Are you giving away stuff in the store, or there's just that much excitement for people to buy it?
We are giving away some of the free product, the dry shampoos for people to take home. It will be tiered out. So the first 50 guests, I think, are getting full-size shampoos. The next tier are getting mini travel-size shampoos. And then the tier after that is getting hair oils, so on and so forth. So the idea is that everybody who comes gets to leave with something nice.
Got it.
You're running the line south down the block?
Yes, we're running the line south on Lafayette.
Are you doing any kind of reservation system, or is it just first come, first serve?
It is first come, first serve, open to the general public.
Is it possible to do a reservation system?
We're not planning on doing a reservation system. However, if the line gets really long and begins to take more than 1 block, which is what we permitted for, we will ask guests to leave and come back.
Okay, so you will not allow it to extend beyond a block?
Yes.
So it'll go down to Spring, and if it goes beyond that, you'll just say come back.
Yes.
Do you expect most of it to be people passing by, discovering it, or do you think it's going to be people coming because they know that this launch is happening on this day?
The launch announcement is going to be quite close to when we're opening. The brand has been teasing it, but not really giving out any information. And then we do expect that some people will start to line up just to get the full free size products, and then the line will likely start to dwindle as the tiers go down.
I think just in the future, I mean, this is 4 days away, but in the future, I think we have seen success from other stores that they have people sign up for like an hour slot that they have to come, or, you know, that they are going to come during some window so that the line it's more even throughout the day. Especially if it's something where there's like a built-in audience of people who are fans of the brand or on the email list or whatever. So, you know, for next time.
Absolutely, we'll take that into future considerations.
And are you building anything on the outside of the building at all?
No, we have a sandwich board that's going to go outside with some brand campaign imagery and 2 planters with some floral arrangements.
Okay, and will you be on site, Cindy?
I will be on site along with 2 of my senior producers.
Great. I'm sure someone has flagged too, but this is a spot that is extremely contentious and it's not your fault, but this pop-up operator, landlord, whatever you want to call them, doesn't have like the best relationship with the tenants. So I think it's especially important here that you make yourself available should anyone have an issue or their door is blocked or people are littering in front of their house, et cetera, et cetera. So just giving you a heads up, but
absolutely. Yeah, we've been in touch with the owner and the property manager who have let us know of the relationship with the tenants, and we've been told to be as courteous as possible to the residences. So we'll be sure, of course, to manage the line in a way where it doesn't block other residences and or business as per usual. And it should be a very tame crowd. It's just girls who want to try out a new dry shampoo. So, you know, we don't expect
one would think.
Yeah.
One would think. One could pray, you know.
Yes.
It's a single day and it's not much branding. So I think compared to some of the pop-ups we've seen, it's
Sounds
tame. Yeah. Yes, Pete?
Yeah, is this the one that's on Lafayette between Prince and Spring?
Yes.
Oh, is there a specific address?
248.
248 Lafayette.
248. 248?
Yes.
There's 2 next door to each other right there.
It's
Pete.
not 214. It's higher up. It's not in Petrosino. It's between Prince and Spring.
Right. I'm just trying to, okay. No, that's next to the
Next.
Hotel.
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. All right. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So much.
Good luck.
All right. Next we have AG1 was withdrawn. We have Mute by JL Store. Do we have someone here from Mute? JL? Is anyone?
Yep, someone's here.
Raise their hand.
If you use the raise hand function, then we can promote you. Cindy, you can leave the meeting unless you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. Have a good night.
I'm promoting you. Are you? Accept the promotion. Can you accept the promotion?
Client. Can you try again?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't see the promotion.
All right. Please accept this time.
It might be in a little pop-up window, so
Yeah.
if you have a crowded screen, you might need to look for it. Declined.
All right, let's try to figure that out. We'll come back to you. Let's go to the next one. Well, actually, let me try one more thing. I'm going to try allowing you to talk. Maybe that will work.
Good idea.
That's a bit easier. We won't see the video, but whatever. All right, Xiaoyu, if you unmute, you should be able to talk.
This is JL.
Yeah. Can you see if you can request them to unmute?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why. Xiaoyu, all you need to do now is unmute, I believe. Can you unmute?
I prompted it.
All right, we're gonna come back to you because we got to keep moving. Is anyone here from, the next one is item 7, because we already did 6, Shape LLX World Ocean Day Experience. See a hand raised. Go back.
Thank you.
Sharon, yeah. I'm gonna promote you. Sharon. Sharon, are you able to turn your video on and speak? You should be promoted.
Here
Hi.
I am. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Great.
Good, how are you?
Welcome.
So nice to see you all again. I am presenting for Shape LLX. They're doing a collaboration to also promote and honor Ocean Day, and it is a brand. They have bras and underwear for plus size women, and they are going to set up on the sidewalk. So it's a little stand, like it looks like a kiosk where they'll have the free samples, and then the queue line, and the queue line's done with the stanchions, and there'll be like 2D coral reef, so it looks like you're walking through the ocean as you go up and you get your free sample. We are just doing foot traffic. I have us coming in at 8 a.m. and I have us going to 10 p.m. We will not be there till 10 p.m. We have about 1,000 samples. So you and I all know that those samples will be gone within 2 to 3 hours tops. But I like to give myself a very extreme buffer just in case someone walks by and says, well, you said you were going to be out by noon and you're still here. But if I have 5 samples, I just want to give myself that time. So that's the timing aspect of it. But it is, so it runs where the kiosk's going to be on Lafayette, closest to Bleecker Street, and the queue's going to run going south, and it will not extend at all. There's no pre-promotion. There's foot traffic that we're expecting, and we're maxing out, like I said, around 1,000 to 1,200 samples. So as soon as they run out, they're going to pick up their stanchions, their 2D corals, and be out of there.
Is the kiosk on the sidewalk, or is it in the curb? It's on the sidewalk. Do you have a
Everything has to be in the sidewalk. We don't put any people in a curb lane.
Do you have a site plan?
Yeah, can we?
So yeah, can I share my screen?
Yeah, you should be able to. And what's, and also, do you have the exact address you're going to set up in front of?
333 Lafayette. It's a billboard. It's a wall. It's not in front of a building at all. So I'm going to, so can you,
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see that? All right.
Uh-huh.
All right. So this blue part is what we're going to be taking. The kiosk will be right here. The queue line will set up going down this way. And
is this a Shape LLX store?
No, it's not. There's nothing that
it's just a billboard. Yeah.
It's a billboard.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I see. Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's very plain. I think I was trying to here. I can bring it up and drop you down and show you. There is.
Yeah, well, we got it. You got it. It's this one right there, right by the bite.
Yeah. I see.
We got it.
I didn't quite.
Yeah, it's right here. So we're not interfering. So the company that owns this billboard wall, they will offer on occasion experiential activations such as this, where we'll do something on the sidewalk.
I see.
So there's no food and drink, no amplified sound. It's just passersby get.
What are the samples?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to be bras and panties, and I don't think you guys want them.
What?
Bras and panties. So
they're ocean colored, and and honestly, they're promoting World Ocean Day. They're not handing out anything else, but it's the brand. If you go on the tag, there'll be a brand that says we support the ocean because all their sales support the ocean.
Of course.
And which way would the queue line run?
So the queue's going to go, the kiosk is going to be right here where this woman is, and then the queue will run going to the right, which is south.
Towards Houston.
How is that?
Okay.
I would just say, based on street view, there's like planters and trash cans and newspaper boxes, like those, we still need 5 feet regardless
You
of
have
the.
more than, there is more than 5 feet.
Okay,
Yep, plenty of room there, absolutely.
cool. Pete's raising his hand.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you can unshare, I think.
Okay, I don't know if you don't mind skipping to number 24, but I just got that one to take over.
Well, hold on, Pete had a comment or question on this one.
Oh, Pete.
Yeah, so this one on Lafayette.
Yes.
The building with the billboard is just that, but the building to the right is a residential building upstairs. And there's a very popular eatery takeaway place called Bite
Yes.
that's right there that has seating outside. And I just, be aware of the line that your line is going to be competing with normal, usual activities for residents and others on this sidewalk.
Yes. And I work with the owner of this sign, and I also am friendly with all of the people on this block because we do plenty of experiential on this block, and we've never interfered with them. We're very respectful of everyone, and if there's something there, we always have a site manager on site, and if we see that anything is going past this gentleman here, we will tell people to come back.
Past who or where?
Manager.
I think she's pointing to something on the Google Map.
Oh yeah, we can't see your mouse on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. This gentleman here, if we're looking at
the
my
cross.
screen still.
It goes down past, yeah, it won't go down.
Okay, it won't go past the block is what you're saying.
Correct. Well, we only are using half of the block with the queue line. We're not even extending our queue line at all. We will not allow our queue to go beyond what we submitted in our site plan for this.
And the setup is 1201?
We secure the spot.
Gotcha, but there's no noise.
Yeah.
No noise, nope, nothing. It's they're just going to be the stanchions, and then they're going to place that little kiosk on the corner closest to Bleecker.
And Sharon, will you be at the event? Who will be on site?
Yes, someone from my team will be on the site. There's always someone that represents my team, and we always have a manager on site.
Okay.
Okay. You said you're also doing number 26?
24, Sol de
24.
Janeiro.
Yeah, let's knock it out.
24, can I see that, the schedule is moved around? Can you?
Yeah, it's a lot of pop-up.
You're doing the Bottlada?
No, I'm doing the Sol de Janeiro.
That is Bottlada, sponsored by Sol de Janeiro.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm
but since you're
taking
already
over.
here, go ahead and let's talk about that one. So this is item 24.
Yes. So we are doing Sol de Janeiro. So I presented this to you last year, and we use the same space. I'm going to pull up my somehow. Where am I? So we are going to bear with me. I had all my stuff open.
This is like a travel to Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I guess we
I
did this
remember it
one last
from
year.
last year. Yeah.
Gansevoort Plaza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we did this last year. I took it over last year from the previous people because I think there was a lot of over promotion, and I took it over last year and we had a very successful event. I think the only thing that came up that was different last year was the concern about food. We are going to have food at this event as well. And we are going to be using local food vendors. So we are in the process of securing them. So I cannot tell you the name of it yet. But we're going to give like a grab and go. So it's going to be like Brazilian food. It's going to be like a beverage and some, thing that you can take. And I don't know why it's not allowing me to pull up oh my gosh, my site plan. I know I sent it to, um, here we go. Can you see my site plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Praise Jesus. All right. Can you see my mouse though?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So last year we didn't take up as much space. And what this journey does is you're going to enter from this top right corner. You're going to go through to the bottom of Gansevoort Plaza and out. So those are my arrows, but I'm going to show it to you this way. You have an entrance tunnel. There's what's called the merch station. So a lot of the vernacular in here is a little quote unquote misleading, but we're going to have some samples, which are the small size samples of the brand. The merchandise and giveaways, there will be some giveaways, will be anything. Excuse my language, but I call it my trinkets and trash because it's like the keychains and it's this so it's the little things that they want to give away to promote the brand. The hydration station is we always have water and beverages, and that was the issue last year. It was so hot. If you remember, we had umbrellas that stood up like beach umbrellas because it was such a hot, it's 3 days. And we want to make sure that if anyone is coming by, that we have water for them as well. The massage station is going to be basically your nail salon type we'll do a little neck massage as we're waiting to go through the line. The DJ is going to, so it goes from noon to 6 each day. The DJ is going to come at 1 o'clock. He's going to play Brazilian type music. There's going to be samba lessons in that same area from 2 to 4. And the misting station is not a misting station. So that's why sometimes it gets misleading. It's basically, they're going to be the samples that you can use and try on while you're there. And I go through this with SAPO. Everything is hygiene friendly. Nothing is used twice for any samples. The vending machine, it's the same thing. It's not a vending machine. It's if you want to go ahead and give your information, that's when you get another item, and it's like a pair of socks that's worth like $5. So the merch that they're giving out, the giveaways range from $2 to $15 max. There'll be some samples, and we are going to be on site from 12 to 6. Like I said, I am taking this over. So all of this came over to me today. I sent it over to Florence so that we can get on here and talk to you about everything. But I am going to tell the client that this tunnel is going to move to the left here so that we can have a queue wrap around and keep everything on the cobblestones. I don't want to use any of the sidewalk. That's what they were proposing. And it's why I've been asked to take over, because we did it last year and we did it very successfully. There are going to be times to pre-register to sign up. So the queue is going to be pre-register times for people to sign up. It's a very popular brand. There will be no pre-promotion leading up to it. However, the day of, there'll be some promotion of the event. This daily, we're anticipating 800 to 1,000, but in our footprint, we're going to have at any given time, max 100 people in the space. And I think that should be it. No setup. It's a residential area. We're very well aware of it. I do plenty of events in this location, and we're, we respect the businesses and the residents in the community. And again, we will have an on-site manager from my team. We're going to have, I just want to make sure I get this correct because we have this 5 guards daily with 1 manager. So 6 guards will be on site. There'll be 2 overnight guards, and we will have about 12 brand ambassadors set up and stationed and some floating to keep everything moving along.
This is all being coordinated with the meatpacking bid, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did. I called up Kevin and let Evan know that I'm taking it over.
Okay. And so were there any major issues that came out of last year?
Nothing.
Okay.
So the line will not be off of the cobblestone either, or just
Correct. Nothing off the cobblestones. Everything will remain on the cobblestones.
Great.
And we always leave, the walkway is going to always be open to the public. So this is all going to be, all of these items are going to be tightened up.
Okay. I'm looking through my email.
I will send Florence the final site plan.
I'm looking through my email to see if anybody sent me anything on this last year, and I don't see anything, which is a good sign.
And
In terms of
the DJ, the drums, obviously you know how to do it, but will be kept to
yeah.
a reasonable.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's an afternoon. It's noon to 6. So, and it's samba dancing lessons. It's lively. So even if you're not participating, you know, I walk this area all the time, and the people who aren't even knowing the brand, interested in the brand, it's going to be an enhancement in terms of when you're walking through, it's lively, it's nothing offensive, it's fun and entertaining music that they'll be playing.
The only other thing I would say is, again, I think the setup time is just way too early, as we were saying on the other one. You're having people starting to show up at 4 a.m. So is there a way that can be pushed back?
Yes. So again, I got all of this. They know that it's a residential area and that we have to do anything that's light. What we did last year is we took like product off, or we laid all of the elements out where they needed to be, and then they didn't start setup until after 7 a.m.
Okay.
So we can say there's no setup until after 7.
No noise generated. Yeah.
No noise. So they would lay out the product, so they'll secure the footprint with barricades, obviously with the guards, so that, you know, and when they show up, but they're going to probably lay everything out. They're going to measure. That's when they, you know, they get their yardsticks out and place everything where it's supposed to be.
All right. Cool. I think we're all good here, right?
Yes.
All right. We're going to move on. Thank you for your time, Sharon.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to move to Shall You, and then we'll move back to ALD.
What number are we on now? We're on 5 for now. Back to 5.
Okay. Shall You? I just promoted you.
Is this what Pete did or what Mark did the walkthrough of?
Let me pull it up.
I think it is.
Hi.
Hi. Glad it worked.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
So yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Xiaoyu Zhang, and I'm representing Velvet Co International. It's a PR agency, and we're planning on an event for Mute by JL. It's a fashion brand, so they're having like a store opening on June 7th.
Okay.
From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So it's a 3-hour event.
You just froze there for a second. Okay, so it's a store opening from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the 7th, sorry.
Yeah, 7th.
Number.
You hear me?
Yeah. We're on number 5, yeah. Sorry, go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, let me share my screen.
For a different name.
Sorry, I don't know why I can't share my screen, but I'll keep moving. It's a really small event. So in front of the store, we're gonna have like a flower tower. So for people to take away the flowers, and like sitting in front of the store on a bench, and then play the music for 3 hours. And also we'll be having like an A-frame sign in front of the store for people to look at the event details. And for the whole event, we're controlling the people around like 50 max. And now we only confirm like 30 people who will attend to the event. So I don't think we'll have that many people during the day. And people will come like for every hour. Like we invited like around like 10 influencers to the event. So it won't be like too crowded or blocking the pedestrian walkways.
I mean,
The event inside the store is invite only?
Yes, invite only.
Okay.
So the only like activation on the street is the cello performer, and she'll be like playing the cello for like 3 hours as like a background music.
Nice.
but no one's allowed in the store during this time that isn't invited. It's not open to the public.
It's not open to the public.
Okay, so people can gather around and watch the music and that. And what about these flowers that you write about in your questionnaire?
It's like we'll make like a flower bouquet, but like before we'll put the flowers in those like little buckets. It's like a flower tower. It's like under 3 feet. It's like really small, like flower bucket.
But sorry, you're giving the flowers to people that attend, or people on the street can come take the flowers?
To the people who attend. Like it's not open to the public.
Great.
So it's for the influencers and the people who we invited, like the editors as well.
I would just say this area is generally like very heavy with pop-ups, and the streets are very narrow, the sidewalk. So there's already sometimes less than 5 feet of space. So you really can't afford any crowds or anything. You'll have to control that.
Okay, we'll have like people move into the store if it's like too crowded outside.
Great.
We'll have like someone from our team to like control the flow.
Great. Will someone from your PR company be on site?
Yes, we'll have like 6 to 7 people to control the whole event. And also we'll be like serving like cookies and coffee inside of the store, nothing outside.
What's the legal capacity of the store?
What's the capacity?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Do you know the capacity of the store? How many people can be inside at one time?
Legally.
To double check on that. Sorry. Wait, let me message my team real quick. Oh, 50 people max.
50.
50 people max. And we're having like around, I think 36 people confirmed right now.
Cool. Sorry, and what's the address again?
It's 219 Mott Street, Store 1.
Okay.
And,
Anything else?
No. Okay.
Thank you.
thank you so much.
So we are now we're gonna move back to the one.
Oh, wait, sorry, one thing. Are you still there?
Yes.
This is just like a super residential block, and I saw that on your questionnaire, you let other businesses know, but we would appreciate it if, especially because you're gonna have noise outside, you can just make a flyer with your contact information and put it in the residential buildings on the block.
Okay, got it. So
Thank
like
you.
the people, okay, got it.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you.
in case the noise is bothering anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go back to the ALD event because the applicant is now here. So this is number 2 on the agenda for everyone. Portia on Mulberry. I'm Panos, I'm promoting. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Calling me back.
Thanks for making it on. So if you could just give us an overview of the event, and then we'll have questions after that and comments. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. So in celebration of our collaboration with Forza, we're bringing the car from Europe to New York City. And we were hoping to be able to display the car outside 214 Mulberry Street. There'll be zero music, zero food, zero promotion. It's just a regular car parked outside the restaurant, the store, sorry. We'll have a security guard both days. First of all, sorry, we applied for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll keep our application for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but there is a small chance we'll only do the event for Saturday and Sunday. But just to be safe, we want to keep the application for Friday as well. The activation will take place from 11 to 7. There'll be a security guard just helping, and myself helping managing traffic. I have an extra additional member from the staff from the cafe team to help me as well. We're not promoting the event at all. This is the first group that finds out about the event outside our company. So we're not going to promote about it. We're going to park the car and have people that visit our store over the weekend just take a look at the car. We won't be opening the doors of the car. It's not like a viewing or whatever. It's just a little celebration of us bringing it back home.
So if it's just the car being parked there, it's going to be there from 11 to 7, and then it won't be there before 11 or after 7? Okay.
Correct. We're taking it to a garage.
I see.
But is it going to be on the curb that's on the side of the store or across the street?
So actually, can I possibly share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you should be able to.
So we were hoping, there is an issue with an establishment across the street that built an illegal outdoor dining structure. We have actually gotten approved we were hoping to use the same area. We got approved for our outdoor dining that we haven't been able to use the set, but we wanted to be safe. Sorry, I'm still looking to.
I can share the screen. Is it the site plan that you sent us?
Yeah, I've sent an update to Florence yesterday, I believe, or this morning.
Is this it?
Excellent. So originally it was supposed to be between 3-bed 1 and 3-bed 2, but there is not enough 15-foot clearance. So we're moving the car 6 feet south, which is still in front of our property. And there is 19-foot clearance for emergency vehicles and regular vehicles. And we're not obstructing any traffic on the sidewalk as well. Also, Saturday and Sunday parking is allowed on that side of the street. So I think this is the minimal disruption we could come up with. Additionally, I have posted notes on all 4 buildings, and one to the left and one to the right, and the 2 buildings across on Friday, Sunday, and this morning. I've given the residents my cell phone number, my email. I told them my schedule and let them know if anybody has any concerns. Nobody has reached out as of yet.
It's a single car or multiple cars?
It's one car. It's a single car.
And is this associated with some kind of event you're doing inside the store too?
No. What we'll do, we'll have a small, in our private space, we'll do a small event of our people from Porsche and like the designers or whatever to host them inside. So there's nobody just on the street or whatever. It also might rain. So again, in all honesty, we don't anticipate anybody to know about this. It's a pretty low key event. It's just for people that are passing by and come visit the store who happen to see the car.
Is there any amplified sound?
No.
Said no sound. No.
Okay. What's your plan to manage if there's any crowding in front of the store on the sidewalk?
Myself and the security guard will be there both days from like probably 2 hours before and an hour after.
There's one security guard?
Yeah. But I also have a cafe manager available and a private space manager and a retail manager. So we have like about 5 people from management team being on property both days.
My biggest fear with that spot is people coming from across the street and taking on the other side, in addition to the crowding on your side. I mean, it's a Porsche, you have a successful brand, people are going to want to go check it out, take photos.
Selfies. Selfies.
It's just a car.
Just a car.
I don't understand it at all. Why would anyone stop? I walk by cars all day.
It's probably a branded car, right?
Yeah, is it?
Well, no, actually, the logo is really small in the back. Listen, it's a beautiful car, you know.
Do you have a picture of it?
I'm not going to lie to you, but.
Can we see a picture of the car?
You could find it online. We released it in London already, so it's been in London a couple months ago. But listen, again, technically, there's parking allowed on the street on Saturdays and Sundays, you know. We wanted to file the permit because we wanted to do everything the right way. No, we've made mistakes in the past, so we're just trying to do everything right and then some.
Can you Google the car?
Okay, I see the car.
Is it?
I found a guy riding a horse.
Can someone
and
share
now
the screen?
Here's the car.
No, if you don't mind, don't share the screen. Yeah, just keep it.
Oh, we won't share the screen.
Well, I don't know if this is the one. This is just on Porsche's website, but it might be the different one. Like, I don't know, like this? I
Oh, ALD.
don't know.
No, it's not on.
If you just Google Porsche LD, there's some you can see. I don't know if it's the same.
Okay, well, it's not relevant. I mean, more power to you if it helps your business.
I think,
Looks-
Pete, your hand isn't up. I know you were looking to speak last time, but
Fine, okay. All right, let's move on. All right, thank you.
All right,
thank you for filing the permit and doing everything. We really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thanks for filing the permit. So,
Thank you.
okay, next, we're gonna go to items 8 and 9 together. This is BOJ coffee cart activation.
Oh, wait, someone has their hand raised.
Like there's 2 locations.
Oh, Francesca, is this you, maybe?
I think so.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. Well, I didn't know.
That's okay.
To speak.
993.
Welcome, Francesca.
This is
Hi,
8.
everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
So this is 2 different activations, right?
Correct. 2 different activations for the same brand managed by the same production agency. It's just 2 different locations.
Okay, great.
And who are you representing, Francesca?
Mother Sauce Creative.
All right, go ahead.
So Beauty of Joseon is a Korean skincare brand. They are launching a new tinted moisturizer in a few different shades. And as part of their campaign to bring it to the States, they are hosting a coffee cart on the 10th and 11th. Different locations, of course, one on 14th Street and then one in Soho on Broadway. The activation itself is taking over, it's branding a small coffee truck. It's 5 by 10 feet. And then giving away up to 500 cups of coffee and then sampling the product at the same time. So no more than 500 attendees on both days. The activation will run from 8 a.m. with a setup at 7 a.m. until product runs out or as late as 2:30 p.m.
And it's a cart or a truck in the curb lane? Is it a cart on the sidewalk or a truck on the curb lane?
It's a cart on the sidewalk.
Okay. And is there any amplified sound?
Nope.
And where's the coffee from?
Deploy Coffee. They're based in LIC.
And 500 cups of coffee, no amplified sound, and sanitation. Are you gonna have trash cans on site?
We don't have additional trash cans right now, but we're urging people to throw out their trash like on the existing trash cans. It's also during like peak rush hour, so we're anticipating people take their coffee and get out of there. There's no seating or anything.
First location is, can you just give us the specific addresses that you're setting up and planning to set up in front of?
Of course. 14th in front of 355 West 14th Street.
Okay.
And then in Soho, 557 Broadway.
Are we, is that our district on the north side of 14th?
Is that on the north side?
Yeah, it's on the north side.
That's not our.
That's not us, so
Not us.
we don't have to opine on that one technically, but number 9 is, so you're saying up on the north side of 14th. That's actually CB4.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that right? North side of 14th?
Let me just double check the documents.
I think it has to be because across the south side looks like a bus lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has to be there. Okay. So let's focus on the Broadway one.
And talk to CB4 about the 14th.
Yeah. So sometimes these get routed to us through SAPO system.
Yeah, while you ask the questions, I'll just triple check. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, 557 Broadway. So this is the Scholastic. That's like the Scholastic building.
No.
It's right by the Sephora which is where we want people to go after.
Is it right in front of Sephora?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. And which way would the line run?
The line would run north.
And you're gonna have people managing the line?
Yeah, we have 4 brand ambassador staff plus production staff to support as needed.
And if you reach that, if you run north and reach Prince, there's a subway entrance there. I'm assuming the line wouldn't go that long, but would you cut it off if it reached the end of the block?
Yeah, we would. I also don't anticipate it just because it's such a fast interaction, but we will definitely cut it off before then.
Yeah. So it's literally grab and go, no other interaction. Okay.
Yeah. It's free coffee.
Okay, fine.
And free tinted moisturizer,
Correct.
which we cannot undervalue tinted moisturizer.
Not undervalued.
No, we cannot.
Is it being promoted in any way on social media or by an email or anything?
Yeah, it'll be promoted via their socials.
It's a big brand, we might want to just push them south instead of north, but
I want to push what south?
the line south, there's more space that way, but
Is there?
What does Will think?
We can push it south. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah.
And then I'm sorry, when we're ready to go back to West 14th, it is the north side. So I would like to cover
Okay,
this.
okay.
That's like not our district.
Yeah.
We're only the
Oh,
south side. That's the cutoff is what we're saying.
So
We're not saying you can't cover it.
CB4 covers the north side of 14th Street.
We can't approve that for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
sorry. Staple,
That's okay.
I'd like to go back to it.
Back to the portal. Yeah.
Sometimes. All right, Pete, would you like to speak?
Hi, yeah. So I live on this block. The north of 557 Broadway is immediately a bus stop that runs for the full curb length from the edge of Sephora all the way to Prince.
That's everything.
Then, as Will pointed out, there's a subway station at the corner. There's also, you might find that there is a illegal food truck, Cinnabon, that parks in that spot just about every day. We can't get rid of them. Maybe you can get rid of them. There's also a illegal food cart that parks in front of Sephora. That Department of Sanitation does nothing to enforce the vendors. So maybe you'll have better luck than the community and the city of New York have had in getting him to move so you can put your cart there.
So you'd recommend if there's going to be a line, it should go to the south?
Well, then you'll be competing with the new Capitol Cafe that just opened. There's no empty storefronts on this block. So I also think if you look at the final page of this application, the word embargo appears twice. So anyway, that's just.
This is the embargo block, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Best of luck to everybody, but this is I don't even know what this company is, and everybody's got stuff for the skin from all over the world, and they all want to push it in Soho. So
Did Sapo mention this to you being on an embargoed block, Francesca?
No.
Maybe that's why the event is pending, even though it's taking place in 3 days. 4 days.
You guys might want to find another location because they will not approve it on an embargoed block.
Let's triple check.
Have you been in contact with Shanique?
I don't know who Shanique is.
Okay.
Or anyone from the street activity permit office?
Yeah, so my coordinator is Chris.
Lorian?
Oh,
Yeah.
so maybe I would like
I
email
would reach
him
out to
like
him right
right
now.
now and
We're
say,
probably gonna have to move to a different location.
Yeah, no, I've been in touch with him. He, yeah, okay. I'll touch base with him.
Okay. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
All right. Next, we're gonna move to item 10, Lancome Idol House. Hi, Victoria, I will promote you.
Idol.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad with my pronunciation.
It's French, it's ridiculous. I can't say it either. They wonder why they have bad SEO.
Welcome.
Hi, Victoria.
Speaking of pushing skincare in Soho, here we are. We've already pretty much wrapped up our load in. We did have the curb lane for some trucks. We had some light builds going on in the space. So that's already been wrapped up. We are live Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week. Thursday evening is invite only VIPs from 6 to 9 p.m. Saturday morning, we have an invite only masterclass from 10 to 11. And then consumer days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are all 11 to 6 p.m. 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Let me see if I can share my plan. All right, can you all see this okay?
We can.
Awesome. Figured this version of the floor plan is the easiest to chat through. It has all of our staffing, all of our movements, all that good stuff. So we'll have.
Is this for the interior? Yeah, I mean, we don't care as much about the interior as to the impact on the outside.
And sorry, Victoria, really quickly, where are you, who are you representing?
We're with Gradient Experience, Inc.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, so then this should be pretty quick and painless. We don't have anything going on the exterior. We have 2 security guards for line management. We have 2 brand ambassadors, and then we'll have 2 Gradient representatives from my production team to help line management. We'll have rope and stanchion for the start of the line. We've spoken to all the neighboring businesses, including the residences above in the building with doorman. So we've left notes. They have all of our contact details, no flags raised with them. So everything will be all included inside of the venue.
And can you talk a little bit about what the line will look like? How many people you expect each day, which way it will run?
Sure. Yeah. So we're expecting about 1,000 people through the space per day. We're going a little bit modest on guest flow just because, as you can see, I know we're not too concerned with the interior, but there's a lot of different spaces going on. So we don't want to have a super packed space just so guest experience is nice and quick and flows through. The line will head towards Broome and around the corner. So in front of Italy and then around the corner on Broome.
I have that they only have curb lane.
We did the curb lane for load in and for load out. We also did the curb on Crosby at the rear for our VIP night, just for car drop offs. Outside of that,
if you have a line, then you need sidewalk.
Which we did with Adam. I know he's here floating around in the chats.
Possibly we didn't get all the.
Adam, did you apply for sidewalk?
Yes.
And which side, because Victoria, this is a block that is extremely problematic. The dates in June, Adam, do you mind jumping on, can you allow Adam to speak?
Yeah.
Okay, so the dates in June are load in, load out only, but what about sidewalk? Where are you applying for sidewalk and what dates?
Are we waiting for Adam?
Yeah, unless you know the answer. Because if you only have this block, then we are going to be pretty adamant that once the line hits Broome, you cut it off. I mean, Soho in the weekends is insane already, and this block is already insane, and
they're constantly
really
inundated
tough.
with pop-ups all the time. it's become like pop-up square. So,
And I can talk to you about this now while we're waiting for Adam, but Victoria, you guys have, are you aware that you have big pink stickers all over Soho that are advertising this on the sidewalks?
They did the wheat pastings this morning. Yeah, the client took that on.
Okay, well, that is illegal. I can't speak for my colleagues, but there is no way I can be on board with this. Like, that is, the sidewalk is not advertising space. And these big pink stickers, I mean, they go from like Canal to Houston all the way. I think it's disruptive and it's rude. Like, we're already, giving you this space, the ones that you pay for, and making sure we like negotiate it well. I feel strongly that those need to come off like tomorrow. Like, I am not going to vote yes to this until I see those off.
Okay, great. I'm just confirming with my team that they're on the line as well. We were not aware that they were that extreme. I knew they were doing some wheat pasting stuff, but that's,
I mean, extreme or not, there's just no advertising on the sidewalk. Like, already Soho is really commercial, and you can tell from this call that the residents are getting really frustrated with it. And so to then also take the space on the sidewalk that is not on the sidewalk you're paying for and negotiating with it feels a little presumptuous. So we want the rest of the community to feel more like a community and less like, commercial space or advertised space, and that includes the sidewalk.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have a chat with them first thing. I know my team is on the line, they're listening in, but I know that's been solely done by the client. So we'll have that conversation with them directly. And that was organized on their side. So that's separate to the event production side of things. I want to make sure we're all good in terms of our sidewalk permit. I know Pete, you have your hand raised. Adam, I know you're on too. You're muted.
Can Adam just please, can someone clarify the dates? Because Adam said in the chat that those dates were load out only.
Our sidewalk permit should have been during our live dates. So it would have been this coming Friday, the 6th, Saturday, the 7th, and Sunday, the 8th.
Right. So guys, there's two applications. I'll put the first application ID in the chat. The application that we got hit for tonight's meeting is our second application, which is only the last 3 dates, which are our loadout dates. But I'll put the ID number in the chat from our first application that started in May, so it didn't get hit for this community board meeting. And that has curb lane on Lafayette, the dates for the sidewalk on Lafayette, and then the curb lane for Crosby on one day.
Okay, so you only have sidewalk on Lafayette. You do not have sidewalk on like Broome or anywhere.
No, yeah, right. No, and they should cut it. We don't want the line to go around the corner like that. So, right, we only have the line 2 for the 1 block.
And I mean, I don't know, Victoria, I'm not trying to punish you. I know it wasn't your choice, but this has become such a problem, and this is just the newest one. And like, the only recourse we have is to not say, you can't take this space and we're not going to give you the sidewalk if you're not respecting the other sidewalks. So I don't know if you can get back to us tomorrow and guarantee when these stickers will be taken off, but it's a problem.
Yeah, we'll shoot a note right away. I have someone on my team also going to give the client a call tonight. So we'll see what we can do ASAP and get back to you.
Great.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Pete has hand raised. Pete.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm looking at the C of O for this building, 210 Lafayette. The ground floor has capacity of over 310 people. So there's absolutely room within their venue to hold crowds. There's no need to put a line outside. But it doesn't appear that they've prepared for that. And it's appreciated that the committee's protecting our historic district sidewalks. It's important. The remedy, I fear now, is that tonight we're going to hear power washing all through the neighborhood as they try to remove this stuff. So please just give us some respect here in Soho. It's people live here. Thanks a lot.
They're stickers, Pete, so they can peel them off. I don't think they need to power wash them. They're not chalk. They're applied onto the sidewalk. So hopefully it won't be too loud, but they need to
Yeah. All right.
go bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So we're going to move to item 11, beauty brand pop-up, Astor Place Plaza. Audrey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Welcome. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Happy
Hi.
June.
Happy June.
Happy June. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully I'll make this quick and painless. We'll find out. Okay. Okay, everybody see my screen okay?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So hosting an event at Astor Place Plaza on the south side. It is June 11th and 12th, so next week. Woo, okay. And it is for Shea Moisture. That is a beauty brand as well. So a little out of Soho, so hopefully it won't be as crazy. Okay, so quickly, it's just an overview. It's just a campaign for Shea Moisture. It is not a product launch, like a new product launch. They're just trying to promote their brand, basically, like get new new consumers, be in a place that they can kind of promote their brand to a possible new target audience. So it is taking place June 11th and 12th on the plaza itself. Each day it will be from 12 to 6 on the plaza, and it is open to the public to do that. So Astor Place Plaza. Okay, so quick details. There is security that will be there, 2 guards in the overnight, 1 guard during the day. There are 2 brand ambassadors that will be part of it. This will make sense once I get to kind of the site plan, and sorry, it's a little out of sequence, but it'll all make sense, I promise. 2 BAs for the newsstands, and then 2 will monitor the line, and then there will be a little bit of stock and handouts that I'll get to in a moment. The newsstand, it is a newsstand that will be placed in the plaza. It is not being built on site. It is actually just being driven there and put into place. There is no celebrities, no social media, no pre-promotion of this event. It's just basically like a surprise and delight as people walk by. They can stop, be part of the event, see what's going on, and then go about their day. And they are just trying to get the foot traffic that kind of walks through Astor Place on a daily basis. And then I'll get to the giveaways in a second. And there is also a sanitation plan that I'll go into in just a moment also. So I'll go back to the run of show in just a moment, but this is the site plan. It is just, I know it's a little cartoony, but it is a very small 20 by 30 footprint. There is a kiosk that sits in there, and then also a queue line that will also be part of this footprint as well. That's a little bit of a outer view of the site plan, give it a little bit more context as to where it's actually placed with the streets. And then this is what the newsstand actually looks like. So it is basically branded itself. People will walk up to it within that queue line, interact with it, and then get their little giveaways and then go about their day. There is also to the section to the left, there's a little what looks like an opening. Here, that's a better look to it. So there will actually be demos on site with models. No demos will be done on the general public, or no product will actually be applied to any of the general public on site at all. Models will be there and demonstrations about hair products, and also hairdos will be done right there so people can watch them. Each demo is probably about 20 minutes to 40 minutes, depending on the hairstyle. And it's just for people to quickly watch, see how they can use the product and go about their day. None of the models are well known. They're just kind of people that they pick to be part of this activation itself. So there's no celebrities or that will be there that will draw extra crowd. It's just a quick demo for how somebody can use the product, and that is it. So I'll go back to the run of show in just a minute, but there's another look at the newsstand. It's pretty simple.
The brand is called Yes and?
Shea Moisture.
Shea
Yes.
Moisture.
Oh.
It's the event is yes and newsstand. The
Okay.
product is Shea Moisture. Sorry. Yeah. It's kind of like the summer. I'm not sure. I guess everybody's into newsstands this summer, so that seems to be what it is. Okay, so there are giveaways. These little news flyers will be given out to every single guest. It actually does kind of give an overview of all the products that are available through Shea, give people an idea of what the products are, how they're used, and kind of do promotion in that. And there's one per customer that will be available. And there are enough for everybody. They're looking to probably pass out probably 100 per an hour, but like that's really dependent on foot traffic. This is in the middle of the week, so I'm not sure how many people actually be coming by between 12 and 6. Probably a lot more towards like the later hours and then lunchtime hours as well. So, and then these are some of the items that will be sampled, and everybody gets them. It's not like, you know, they're going to run out. There's 120, sorry, I'm sorry, let me go back. There's 100 or 250 per guest for the cosmetic bags. The magazine, there should be one for everybody, and then as well as the sample size and the little tote bag that you see, there's enough for everybody. But the little custom cosmetic bag, there's 250, and it's basically whoever gets there first. There will be 250 of those that will be given out, but they're not pre-promoted. It's not like come and get your limited custom bag. It's basically like a nice surprise and delight for somebody who comes early to the activation itself.
Okay.
And then there will also be popsicles provided in the later half of the day. That I think it's from, I want to say like 2 to 6 or 3 to 6. They still haven't decided exactly the timing for the popsicles, but there will be popsicles available for everybody as well. So let me go back to the run of show. Sorry, it's a little out of sequence again.
Is there any amplified sound?
There will be, but it will only be from 12 to 4 each day. So only 4 hours of amplified sound. And it's light, like ambient noise. It's not like a DJ. It's not like any like super loud band music. It's literally just like light music. And it's only going to be heard probably about 50 feet away from the activation, because they're not really trying to, you know, promote across the street to like Starbucks or anything like that, or hear it down in the subway. It's literally like as you come in, you kind of get the full experience, and like 50 feet away from the actual activation is when you'll actually hear the sound.
Great.
So, and we've spoken with the local PD about the sound permit itself, and that's what we've agreed upon. So.
And you worked with the BID Village Alliance?
Yes, we're in touch with Taylor from the BID, who we're reviewing the details now, make sure that we're all on the same page as to the information for the event itself. Yeah. So June 11th, as I mentioned, they'll start the load in at 12:01 when the permit starts, but again, there isn't any like loud banging or any build of it as well. It'll literally just bring the newsstand, put it into place. The rest of the team will arrive at that time as well. They'll also do, like before the newsstand gets there, they'll do a sweep of the plaza and kind of clean it up for themselves. Everything will be loaded in by 8 a.m. That's when the stylists will get there, and also the models. They'll start to kind of prep for the day itself. And the security guards will kind of do a shift at that time. 11 o'clock is when all the brand ambassadors and models will kind of be there and go into site, or go into locate their position and be ready for the day. 12 o'clock is when it opens to the public. Again, there will be a line for giveaways. Everybody in the line will get a giveaway. People can stop and stay and look at the demonstrations for the hair, and then they can go about their day. There isn't any other crazy pieces to this. Like, again, no celebrities. There isn't any generator. We're using shore power. That's part of the plaza itself. But there will be sound, as I mentioned. But honestly, it's like one of those like portable speakers. It's not like a huge sound system that's actually going to be plugged in to be used. The event for the first day will end at 6. Everything will kind of be loaded out. The newsstand will stay there in the overnight, but we do have security that will stay with it, but it'll be locked up and put away. And then the overnight will happen. And then again, the next day, same thing. Everybody will do the shift at 8 o'clock. Brand ambassadors, model stylists will be there at 11 and put into place. 12 o'clock is when it'll start again the next day, and it'll go till 6. And then the loadout will start. And they do put 11:59 as the loadout end time, but I don't believe it's going to take that long. I feel like it's only going to take about 2 hours, but we're just holding it just in case there's for some reason like some large amount of piece that they have to do, because they will sweep the plaza and clean it up after use as well. And that's part of the sanitation plan. There actually will be receptacles put around the site as well. I think there's 4 in total. There also are enough staff from the production, brand ambassadors to do a sweep throughout the event day itself, but also after each day. And then at the final day in the end as well, there will be another sweep of the plaza to make sure there isn't anything left that's part of the event on the plaza itself.
All right. Very thorough. I think I'm good with that. That was very detailed presentation. Thank you. Anyone have anything on this one?
Nope.
No. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you.
So we have Balion. I don't know if we heard back from them. Is anyone from Balion here? Balion Summer Pop-Up, Broadway between Broome and Spring. Anybody know them, who they are? Balion is a no-show. So next we have Carvel. That's JT. What are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi.
Good.
Can't see, if you're able to, oh, there you are.
There we go. Hi.
Hi.
I'm JT. I work with Patrick J. Clayton Productions in Chelsea, and we are doing the Carvel activation. This will be taking place at 137 Perry Street inside Cooper Classic Cars. I'm applying for the line permit, and we'd like to have the line set up as close to the curb as possible in front of our building, and then going west towards Washington Street. The idea of the activation with Carvel is that we're going to have a quote unquote self-serving ice cream machine wall. They're branding it as a billboard. We wish it was as large as a real billboard, but essentially it's a wall that goes inside the garage parameters of Cooper Classics. And there's a cutout for the ice cream machine. And then it's like a self-serving ice cream machine billboard. We will have some brand ambassadors working as well, because we'll have a little cart near our line with our stanchions where you'll get your cup and spoon, and then somebody will help with the serving of the ice cream.
Is there a diagram?
What's that?
Is there a diagram? Or...
Yeah, the screen.
Do you have a site plan?
Yes, I do.
I can share if you. We're good. We can see it.
How do I do that? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So here's the building in the front. Then we're going to station the cart as close to this the curb as possible, and then we'll have stanchions going down the block. It is a residential block, as well as there's one restaurant. So we're in the process of chatting with the neighbors, as well as the owner of the building. He's known within the neighborhood and hosts different events all the time. He's a big fan of Carvel, so we're super pumped about that. But he understands when hosting events and being respectful towards the neighbors. We will also take away all trash that is left behind at our event. We'll have a small receptacle right near our cart. But the idea is really just guests are going to come and they're going to line up, and then they're going to kick off summer and get a cup of vanilla ice cream. They'll get their ice cream, probably snap a quick photo, and then they'll exit and go towards this side, go towards Greenwich Street.
Is the cart in the curb lane or it's on the sidewalk?
It's on the sidewalk, but I guess I drew it on the curb.
I got it.
Yeah, it's the edge of their driveway.
And you're running the line to Washington Street?
Yeah, so we'll start in front of the building, like where we're allowed to station, and then we are going to have it going west towards Washington Street.
And are you gonna cut it off if it goes
Yeah.
past Washington?
So I have two plans if we were to curve the line. However, we were discussing just cutting it off at Washington Street. If the line does become longer, we will tell guests to come back when there's space available for them to line up. The activation's from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m.
You can stop sharing if you want.
Oh.
Is there,
See your whole screen.
is there any kind of tent or structure? It mentions in the application that there will be a tent or enclosed area. Is that wrong?
I think that was wrong, and the city updated that this afternoon in the portal. So that is the only thing we'll have is the cart and then the stanchions on the curb and on the sidewalk area that were permitted, and then the actual ice cream like wall. It's within the parameters of the garage, like inside the building. It's like inside outside because it is a garage door.
Okay. And sorry, I missed it. What's in the cart?
The cart will house our spoons and our cups.
Is this going to be widely promoted in advance? Like, is this meant to be just for passersby, or will people know to come?
It's for consumers, and they're going to promote via social media. We will encourage the neighbors to stop by as well because it's probably the last day of school within that area as well. So we want to be able to offer to the locals as well as just others that discover the free ice cream.
I live a block away, so I am one of those locals.
Oh, awesome.
We've had a lot of issues with this location and different pop-ups. And so this is one Katie emailed about.
Okay.
With the Gymshark thing, I think. Yeah. So it's already like a little bit sensitive. So I would say you absolutely need to cut the line at Washington because the neighborhood has had like some with like wrapped around lines and it's been contentious. So we'll communicate should anyone reach out that you guys came before us and we said it was cool as long as you have the 5 feet and you cut it at Washington. So if you could uphold that, and that'd be awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ryder will be there.
I don't know. I don't really like her. Do I have to recuse?
Anybody else?
Listen, I'm a Cold Stone fan, but hey,
I'm a Van Leeuwen partisan, but it's the more the merrier. Did you say gross about Van Leeuwen?
Anybody else have anything?
Are you serious?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Overrated.
For the people laid over, right?
Yes, the 14 is laid over to next month. Tank Air number 15.
What's your preferred?
So Lara Rani.
You like a salt and straw guy?
No, I am not over here.
Yeah.
We have someone from Tank Air. Laura?
Oh, only the
Someone
month.
just raised their hand. Laura.
The monthly we're getting planners.
I just only like chocolate ice cream, so I like the chocolate.
Didn't surprise me.
It's simple.
Laura,
How about you?
We got a lot of questionnaires back. It was helpful.
Hello.
Hi.
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 How are you guys?
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Laura. I am working with the brand Tank Air on a retail pop-up this coming June, starting on June 26th through July 2nd. The brand is an LA-based brand, so they were founded in 2018, so they're primarily new and kind of one of those Instagram brands that have gained popularity, and they've never had a in-person experience. New York is their secondary market, with LA being their primary. So the point of the retail pop-up is to kind of have an in-person experience with the brand.
And sorry, Laura, who are you representing, or what?
Freelance producer. So this is my own LLC.
And you are the one applying for the permit, right?
And I'm permitting for just a line starting outside of the gallery space. It'll be held at Clearing Gallery at 260 Bowery, which is primarily an art gallery space. They don't do a lot of events. So it's a really beautiful large space. So I'm applying for partial sidewalk for a line. We'll have stanchions ideally, and then we'll also have 3 security guards. We'll have one at the door that will be counting capacity of the space. They can hold up to, 150 people in the space, but we'll have about 30 to 40 people shopping the experience. And then I have 2 additional security handling line management. This is the gallery right here. The street is, quite wide and primarily businesses. The line is going to be going towards East Houston. The gallery space lives within a luxury apartment building, but the apartment entrance, you can see the door on the left, so the line won't be impeding any sort of entrance or exits of the tenants of the building. And I have a contract with them. I'm in speaking with the gallery and also the property manager. They've alerted the tenants, and I've also agreed within our contracts that we can permit for a line outside the space. And then additionally, for helping line management and moving the line along, we'll be passing out these little sheets where there's a QR code to the website, and people can essentially fill out what they would like to shop before they get into the space. So this kind of allows for a quicker shopping experience. Obviously, people will be able to experience the clothes in person, but we're hoping that this will help move the line along. And additionally, in terms of our run of show, we'll have an invite-only day primarily for influencers to shop the experience on the 26th, while the 27th will be the first day that'll be open to the public. So hopefully this will also minimize any sort of congestion in terms of lines for influencers or any sort of guests and friends of the brand.
And if are you gonna cut the line if it reaches Houston?
Yes, we will cut the line. The pop-up will be starting open to the public on the 27th through the 2nd. So it should allot, well enough time for people to return multiple days. So we will definitely be cutting the line if it reaches East Houston. And the brand is only starting to promote the pop-up a week and a half to 2 weeks in advance. So no like pre-promotion or teasers have been announced, and they're going to be doing it via social media and also like email notification.
No spray painting the sidewalk, no stickers.
Stickers. Yeah, no spray painting. It's just for the line. We'll have vinyl like on the glass of the store that will have like the brand and information, but no other sidewalk signage will be placed.
Anybody else? No,
I would
no.
just say this is like not often, this block is not often used as a pop-up space or a line space. So I would say beyond the businesses, just, heading up toward Houston where they're gonna have a line, just put flyers in the residential lobbies with your contact info or whoever's gonna be on site in case like they're having any issues or they can't get in or whatever. I just think this is new for them. So let's like start off on a good foot with the residents.
Yeah, definitely. And my hope was to make the line as close to the curb as possible to allow as much space for people entering and exiting, but we'll definitely make sure to notify all the businesses and people in the area.
Thank you.
And it's a pretty long block, so I don't know how successful you expect to be, but if it does get to Houston, you cut it off a little beforehand. That's a really busy, is obviously a very busy intersection.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say cut it before that bus stop. That bus stop that goes up and down Bowery is pretty busy.
Okay, cool. Definitely.
There's no other element outside, right? No sound, no giveaway, like it's just the line.
Yeah, no giveaways. It's definitely going to be a hot day, so we're exploring water sponsorships just to pass out to people in line to make sure they're staying hydrated, but that hasn't been secured yet. But that would be the only thing that would be passed out in line. And we'll have trash cans inside of this space so people can dispose indoors and not on the street.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, good
Appreciate your
luck.
time.
Thank you.
So next we're going to number 16, Flaunt. Not sure if we heard back from them.
You have to yell it if it's in all caps.
Flaunt.
Get ready for the next one.
2.
It's 3.
Anybody, so nobody here from Flaunt, okay,
No, sure.
so that's a no-show.
I don't think we heard from Blue Air.
Yeah, anyone here from Blue Air? Anyone? Blue Air? No. No show. Sephora 18 has been withdrawn. So we'll move to 19.
Timmy?
Timmy or Timmy? I'm having a hard time pronouncing stuff tonight.
You're just not cosmopolitan enough.
Yeah. Hello?
You're losing it.
I'm losing.
Hello?
Sorry.
I agree.
Hi.
Hi. So my name is Bree with 10-4 Group, producing an event for It's Then I Met You. Yeah, they use that abbreviation a lot, and I was using it on the application just to make it easy. But it's a small Korean brand that was born in California, and they're currently expanding. And the brand recently launched in Sephora, and they want to celebrate that by activating near the store and encouraging fans to shop. The activation, we're hoping to have it on Broadway between Prince and West Houston on the west side. You're correct that there was an embargo for the block right in front of Sephora. And so once they let us know that, they let us know that we can be just shifted right over to the next block. And so that's what we're trying to go for. If you need a specific address, we're shooting for 568 Broadway, just to get as close to that Sephora store as possible, just because the point is to encourage people to know that they're in Sephora. So we want to be as close as possible.
The application we have says Prince between Broadway and Mercer.
They should have updated that. It should have been, yeah.
Wait, so sorry, can you say the address again?
568 Broadway.
568 Broadway. Yeah. So the event is slated from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. With just a simple setup at 11. It really won't take long. They're just doing popsicles and water, and they're giving away some branded items like baseball caps, lip charms, gua sha face tool, and candles. And they're doing it as a bundle, and they're only doing 200 per day. So we're really not expecting a lot of people. We're really expecting a flow instead of a line. However, if there is a line, we'll have it going south and cut it off. And we can always ask people to go into the Sephora store and come back out. It'll help them with their goals. They're promoting the event on their brand-owned social media within the week of the activation. There are no influencers or celebrities involved, which is why we think it's going to be a pretty modest event. We will provide trash receptacles so that we can responsibly take care of the trash. I've heard people talk about reaching out to neighbors and surrounding businesses. I have not done that, but I am happy to do that if needed, because we do not want to interrupt what's going on in Soho or anyone who's living in that area.
And then make the line go up towards Houston, please.
Okay.
So it's 2 days, 12 to 6 each day.
Yes.
And
or
it's-
until we run out of product.
But it's only 200 per day, so that'll go fast.
I anticipate going under 3 hours.
Okay. And it's popsicles, water, and samples?
Popsicles.
Yes.
Popsicles, water, plus samples. Okay. No amplified sound?
None.
And we talked about sanitation. Anyone else have anything?
Nope.
No, I just look at new programs. Never heard of them.
And you said, yeah, you're gonna run it north towards Houston so you don't hit the busy corner with the subway station.
Yes, based on your recommendation, I'm happy to run it towards house.
Thank you.
Pete, you wanna go ahead?
Yeah, I noticed that the paperwork states that generators will be used. Is that still the plan?
No, there shouldn't be generators on the paperwork.
Okay, no, it says truck mounted generators will be used at this event. FDNY approval is required.
That shouldn't be on there.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Okay, item 20, July Built Cafe Rent Day. Bond between Bowery Lafayette. Have anyone from Built?
Brittany?
No show? See who's on the app.
Brittany. Lefkowitz.
I see a Molly Bridges, no? Oh, Molly Bridges on the actual app.
No show.
Nobody from Built? Okay. That's a no-show.
This is a new.
Let's celebrate paying my rent.
You use Built?
No, I don't.
Number 21, July 3rd, Bag Block, sponsored the door, Dominic Street. Yes, Holly?
Hi, Holly.
I shouldn't be the only one. There should be a Latasha.
Oh, yep,
as well.
yep. Not me. Yes, so I'm promoting Latasha as well.
No one told you that you have to come over now.
And Holly, are you and is it Natasha here with the door?
Yes, we are.
Well, okay, welcome.
Thank you.
So yeah, go ahead and tell us about your event.
Hi, so we are looking to host a block party for our youth participants as a summer kickoff for programming at the door. We don't have a lot of things scheduled or planned. The biggest thing that we have scheduled as an activity for them is some outdoor play, and we do plan to have a DJ. And we have food that we will be serving, but we have a kitchen on our premises, so we are planning to just bring the food over and perhaps heat it with sternos so that we don't have to do any grilling on site. We are anticipating we are planning to host for about 100 guests, which includes our young participants as well as staff. We got that number based on the amount of dinners and lunches that we serve nightly. We serve about 40 to 50 young people each day for each meal. So we're also inviting all of our staff to participate as well.
Will it be open to the public? Like anyone walking by can come hang out?
No, we're actually planning to close it off just for door participants. So actual door members now, and we are planning to open it up to incoming door members. So we are going to have a table for membership, but our programming is slated for youth between the ages of 12 and 24. So we do not, since it's the summer month, we usually have a lower participantship. So we aren't anticipating a lot of newcomer guests, but it is definitely just for the door.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, can you run us through the site plan? So how much
Please pardon me for not being as prepared. This is my first time attending one of these meetings, and this is also my first application. However, I do have a spreadsheet, but it's pretty, it's detailed, but basic. It's just the skeleton of the plan. We are planning to begin setup at 8 a.m. We would like to use the streets of that block between, on Dominic Street between Varick and Avenue of Americas. We chose that block because there isn't a lot of traffic on that block, and the Chelsea High School will be closed on that day. So we aren't anticipating creating a lot of ruckus in that neighborhood. We would just like to close off the streets so that we can just put some fun activities out there for them, perhaps like basketball hoops, some street, oh well, not street, just like double dutch, card games, and things like that.
Of course, cornhole. And so we'll have a table at the end of at the end of Dominic on 6th Avenue, where we'll have staff sitting so that they can make sure that only current members or those people who are going through membership are able to enter the space. And we'll also have the tables with the food set up at that end of the street so that we can just go straight up the block from our building at 555 on the corner of 6th Avenue and just straight into the space. And we also have, since we will be serving food, we have our own trash receptacles that we can bring up as well to make sure that we're able to clean up afterwards. And I know that there are some residences above the art gallery there on the corner. So we want to make sure that even though we have a DJ, we're respectful of our neighbors. We've also checked with Chelsea to make sure we won't be disturbing their summer school classes.
And you gave the neighbors a heads up, or you will, about the DJ?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We can post in the neighborhood leading up to the event.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think for this type of event, I mean, block party needs, I mean, that event per se needs to be open to the public. There's a type of event called a single block festival, which is for nonprofits like yourself, which might be the more appropriate event type here. That's something to be aware of. If that's probably the more appropriate one. Typically, the block party is one that's supposed to be signed off by a local block association and or the neighbors on the street and open to everyone. I'm also curious what the plan is, how are you going to close it off? Like, people will need to still cut through the street for various reasons, I'm sure, or the block. Like, how are you?
We definitely intended to keep it open so that if people just wanted to pass through or even just get some information about our agency, we are open in that manner, but we're definitely not like advertising and inviting everyone.
Okay, good. Okay, so you're not going to bar people from going. It's just not intended to really be for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would just flag that the appropriate event type may actually be a single block festival.
It might be cheaper too. Is it?
Single block, well, block party's free,
Oh.
I think. And single block festival is like $25.
Does that require a separate application, or would I just have to change this one?
I would contact SAPO right after this and just make sure that you have the right event type.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for filling out the questionnaire. That's super helpful for us.
I'm sorry it took so long. I was on PTO last week, so I didn't happen to see the email until last minute.
You are totally fine.
All good. Do we need to know anything else?
No, Darlene has her hand raised. Darlene, are you able to talk?
You might have to push allow.
I have to allow to talk. Okay, sorry. I pushed allow.
Thank you. And excellent presentation, Latasha.
Thank you.
First time. I'm a longtime resident in this neighborhood where the door is. I have all good things to say about all the kids for all these years. I just wanted to clarify with the committee, actually, that the street, when you talk about 6th Avenue, that street is not 6th Avenue. It's Little 6th Avenue because it borders Spring Street Park. And that on the west side, just to clarify that. Also on that block is the entrance to the urban plaza from Dominic Street that is next to the Dominic Hotel. Which is, I'm not going to say mid-block, but it's right around there. So I don't know if that's going to conflict with any of your foot traffic there, but you know, it does exist and that is open to the public.
Okay.
I think that's it. It sounds like a great event. You know, I'm going to look forward to passing by and seeing, seeing how everybody is and saying hello and good luck with it.
Thank you so much. And thank you for like pointing that out. I was thinking that maybe we could put most of our programming and the louder stuff that is further away from the hotel closer to the entrance of 6th Avenue or Little 6th Avenue so that it wouldn't interrupt so much for the business stuff that is happening towards the end of the block closer to Barrack Street.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on in that urban plaza because apparently part of it is now private for the restaurant that's on Spring Street to the hotel, all of that. But, you know, it's just for your information about what could be coming in and out of there. If you're blocking off at Varick Street.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's very helpful.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thanks so much. And yeah, again, you don't have to necessarily change anything right now in the app. I would just double check with Safeco. They may tell you to keep it, but I'm just flagging to double check. Okay, great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
So tech events removed / withdrawn. So next is 24.
No,
25, we heard.
25 already.
Oh, we already heard 24. Yes, 25, dog block party between Prince and Spring.
Excited for this one.
They submitted sanitation plan, safety plan, questionnaire. They submitted everything.
Promoted count.
Hi, can you see me?
Yes.
Hi. Yeah, I tried to submit as much as I could. I heard you before I was joining on this panel.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I just like Latasha, this is my first time too, so I was trying to cover all my bases. I do have a presentation, so I'm just going to share my screen. I'll try to make it as short as sweet as possible. Share. Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. So I'm Carolyn. I work for Ben Rubin's office. He's a long-term resident of Green Street. Before being a Soho resident, though, he used to live in Bed-Stuy and host a lot of these community events, and he really enjoyed that. And as you mentioned earlier, there have been a lot of commercial gatherings, and he just wants something to plan for an open, community-driven gathering. So that everyone can come celebrate their dogs. It's actually inspired by his dog's 9th birthday. His name is Fish. He has a dog named Fish. But yeah, so I'll just go over quickly the rundown that we have. That event will take place on July 13th. We'll start setup at 6 a.m. The event hours will be from 11 to 1 p.m., breakdown by 2 p.m. I submitted for a full street closure on Green Street between Spring and Prince Street. It's free. It's open to all local residents, families, and their pets. It's not invitation only. There's no sales, branding, or sponsors. We're anticipating about 150 to 200 people total, but we are going to get insurance that covers up to 500 people unless specified otherwise, unless anyone recommends more. And we are going to be posting flyers around Soho and posting on social media for the event. For activities, we have dog play area.
Do you want to be moving through the slides? We're still on the first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So sorry. Did you have any questions about this one?
Right now, we just see dog block party, right? We're on slide 1. So we just see the title.
Oh, really? Interesting. I've been going through it. Oh. Let me see.
It might be frozen.
I can share if you want.
Because it looks like the mouse is frozen.
Oh, okay, maybe that's it.
Maybe stop sharing and let
Sure, yeah.
on our side try.
Thanks. Sorry
I
about that.
can share for you.
No, it's just technical.
Is this the first year you're doing this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I just went over the intro. I was on the activities then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so go up, sorry, one more,
That was just.
okay, 11 to 1,
Yes, 2 hours.
set up 6 a.m. to 2,
There
okay,
you go.
okay. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so for the activities, we'll have dog play areas. There'll be 2 enclosed play zones, one for small dogs, one for large dogs, just like you see at dog parks. They'll be also monitored by volunteers. We'll have a splash zone. It'll just be a shallow kiddie pool filled with water and colorful plastic balls for dogs to jump around and cool off in, because I know it will likely be hot. It's mid-June or July. We will have some family-friendly background noise or music being played at a compliant volume. I am working with NYPD to secure the sound permit for this, but it will be very minimal, nothing too crazy. We will be giving out free treats and water at a designated station, so pup cups and bottled water there. We'll have a photographer with a decorated photo booth for owners and dogs to get their photos taken together. And for the decor, we'll have dog-themed decorations like the inflatable fire hydrants or paw print banners to bring on the festive vibe. Yeah, so going on to operations, safety, and staffing, we'll have about 8 to 10 team volunteer members. They'll all have matching shirts. They'll be posted, and later on I'll show you exactly where, but they'll be posted at entryways, each station, and then there will be 2 at the treat and water station. We will have dog etiquette, so all dogs will be on leash unless if they're outside of those play zones, and those rules will be posted on each side, so on each barricade. So one at Spring Street, one at Prince Street, just to remind everyone of the etiquette. Sanitation will have waste stations and garbage cans spread throughout Green Street, and then we also have that emergency ready plan. We'll have first aid kits for both humans and dogs. I recognize the nearest 24-hour animal hospital is within 2 miles, and we will of course keep that emergency lane open to be in compliance. Yeah, moving on to our compliance and permits. I did submit for the full street closure on May 5th, and I've been in contact with Christopher Lorient. He's been great, very helpful, and we have Ben has verbally consented with a lot of his neighbors. They're all fully in support of this. Some have offered to help out. They're very excited about the event. Christopher also asked us to get general liability insurance, which is what I was talking about earlier with we're gonna get it for up to 500 people. Again, we can go more, less, whatever you guys think is the best. But we're in the process of that. I'll secure that this week. As besides the sound permit, we don't need anything else because we don't have the exotic pets, no bounce houses or sales. And for the power, we're not gonna do a generator or open flame. It just fully qualifies as a block party, no sales, no alcohol, it's open to all. So yeah, this is my visual. I'm sorry, I didn't get, I felt like if I put the emergency lane on there, it would be too chaotic. But all the gray triangles are volunteers. So we'll have 2 volunteers at each barricade, 1 at each station. So the large station, play dog station, the small dog, the ball pit, the photo backdrop, and then 2 at the treats and water that also have that first aid kit there for all the attendees. And then the small red triangles are waste stations for everyone to throw away their garbage. I did want to note that the barricades we're going to be requesting from NYPD.
So basically, I mean, if the sidewalks are fully open and then you have the emergency lane and this is on green, you have like half the street, half the road.
Yeah. Yeah, and then for community outreach, we're primarily doing a flyer campaign. We'll post flyers soon around cafes, pet stores, local boards, word of mouth, social media. Ben has, like I said, spoken with a lot of his neighbors, and they are very excited about the event. And then on the day of the event, we'll have signs on each entry/exit point, each of those barricades. welcoming everyone and listing the organizer contact information for support and if they have any issues. And then this is the flyer, that free community dog block party. That's just a sample of what we'll probably be putting out. And then this, you guys should have this. I submitted the sanitation plan, the safety plan, and then we just reviewed the site map and event flyer.
The kiddie pool, the splash thing, is that within the play areas?
Yes, that will be right by the large dog play area. Enough distance, but
inside of it or outside?
Oh, outside, sorry, yes.
I guess my concern is the etiquette that you mentioned, and I would be surprised if people are going to have their dogs on leashes while splashing around in that pool. So I would say that either that should also be contained, gated, or it should be in one of the areas. I think I also like my preference also as someone, quite allergic to dog. I'm having an allergic reaction just hearing the presentation. Like I would on the flyer, I think it would be a great idea to have a little asterisk about the dog play areas that like the dogs must be leashed outside of them. Just like, I don't want people to think this is a day-long street becoming a dog park.
Yeah.
And so, and I would be shocked if people followed that etiquette. They don't follow it, half the dogs I see on the streets of New York are off leash. So I think just emphasizing that would be very compassionate to the less dog loving folks in the neighborhood. Or the folks who love dogs from afar, let's say.
Absolutely. I appreciate that feedback, and that's a good point.
Thanks.
There's no fee to attend this.
Nope, no free admission.
And you're giving away some treats and things. Where is the money coming from? Is that all donations or what?
That's just out of Ben's pocket. He just wants to bring everyone together, to bring the community together.
And you said you work for Ben's office. What does Ben's business do?
Yeah, so he's a serial entrepreneur. Right now he has a company called Towns. He's building a decentralized communication app. His office is in Williamsburg at 51 Nassau, but yeah, I work remotely though, so I'm not there, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
But
I will be there for this event though.
Does he have any commercial interest on or near this block?
No.
Okay.
So why this block?
He lives
It's because where he lives.
Yeah.
And he won't be promoting his company at the event at all?
Nope, no. Just it's his dog's birthday, so he might say something about that.
Something was up. Birthday.
Yeah.
That's cute.
You good?
I'm good.
Thanks, Carolyn. That was really thorough and great.
That's probably the most
Yeah.
block party presentation I've seen.
Yeah, I hope to see you guys there if you have any dogs. So.
Right or
I'll
wrong.
be telling my dog loving friends to bring
There
their
you go. Okay.
and to report back about whether they're really on leash.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
New brand launch.
So number 26, new brand launch in Gansevoort Plaza, June 16th. I think that's Tommy.
Event Permits LLC. Great.
Hey, Tommy. Can you hear us? You're on mute if you're trying to speak.
Check.
The token that powers.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes,
You are.
but we cannot see you.
You can't see me. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Cannot see you.
Is that better?
No.
I'll prompt you.
No, but
The coast and start your video. Start my video. Let's see if that does it.
There you go.
there we go.
Success. Okay. This is Gansevoort Plaza, and it's 4 days. Let's see, this is July 16, 17, 18, 19, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And this is for an Airstream and a photo booth and kiosk next to it. So this is, let's see if I can show you what this looks like. So it would be the Airstream photo booth and kiosk in the plaza. This was supposed to also be there July 9th, but it was not going to be the Airstream. It was just going to be these two small assets. So the meatpacking bid asked that we please move it to Chelsea Triangle, where it would not be so underwhelming since it was just these two. So July 9th, it will be up in Chelsea Triangle, but not the Airstream, just these two small assets. I'll go through the event. It's just basically you go in and you look at new phones. You can try them out, you can touch them, feel them, and it's got new camera technology, hence the photo kiosk. So this is basically a place where you just can walk up, walk in, look at various new models of the new phones, and then you can try them out at the photo kiosk, which will be set up right next door. I'll come back to this page because
we're not seeing anything. If you're
you're not seeing anything?
No.
Let me. Where do I do the screen share, Will?
It's a green icon at the bottom of the screen that says share.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there. All right, there it is. My apologies.
No worries.
Okay, it's my first time doing this. Said no one ever. All right, let me see if this. Can you see this now?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. So sorry. Okay. It's an Airstream. It's got phones inside and outside, and you would come up, try the phones in the kiosk, and then you come next to this and you can actually take pictures with the phones. It's got new camera technology, which is why they're doing this event. These two items were supposed to be in Gansevoort Plaza on July 9th. And since it was so small, the bid asked us to move that up to Chelsea Triangle on the 9th and 10th. And then this was going to be there for the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. This is what it would, how the setup will go in the plaza. I have a couple different looks at this just to give you a perspective or from context. And then this is the one. So when they put it in, we will be leaving these tables on this side of the plaza here. These tables and umbrellas will stay. We're staying on this side of the crosswalk outside Lucid. But the tables and chairs over on this side of the plaza will remain for the public use. And going into the details, there'll be 10 brand ambassadors. We have 4, and the brand ambassadors will be for the product demos and for the kiosk. This is July 9th, July 16th, so it's quite a ways off. They don't have all their plans finalized. So this is the best plan as of now. It looks like this will be the plan, but if there's any changes, of course, I'll let you know. There's going to be 4 safety personnel for line management plus a supervisor, so 5 total. The safety supervisor will actually act as our designated event contact because there will be someone there as a supervisor 24/7 the entire time. We'll use rope and stanchion for line control. We'll have 1 line for the Airstream, another rope and stanchion line for the adjacent photo kiosk. There will be amp sound, but it's amp sound for, I'm using the term ambient incorrectly, but ambient within the context of the Airstream. It's not meant to be playing across the street to Serafina's. It's just if you're standing in or in front of the Airstream, you'll hear it. If you're not, you won't. And we will, of course, get a sound permit from the precinct. No food, no giveaways, none planned at this time, no or anticipated. If that changes, because it is 45 days out, I'll let you know, but I don't see any reason why it will. For the line, it's basically line up as at will. If it looks like the line's becoming too long, the space is a large space, so I'm saying 50, but it could be a longer line if it's not really overwhelming, and we will cut the line off if it starts to grow too long. We've done that in the past. And the line will be managed by the brand ambassadors, the safety team, and the client team. So it'll initially be managed by the brand ambassadors. If it starts to grow, our safety team will, of course, step in. And if for some reason it gets longer, by that time, we'll probably either cut it off and ask people to come back later. But we do have three basically groups of people that can help manage the line if need be. The promotion is still TBD, but it will be social media. And the objective is to touch, see, feel, demo the phones, and experience the quality of the new camera. And load in. The Airstream will show up at 12:01 a.m., pull into the plaza, drop off. Nothing's being set up at that time. There's really nothing to set up because they don't want it opened up at that hour. That'll all happen at 6 a.m. I do not anticipate any noise at any point, really. It's just dropping off the Airstream. And then when they're setting up, they're opening it up. There's no metal to clang, no forklifts, no generator, and everything kind of just pull in at midnight, and then they'll leave the security guards there. And at 6 a.m., it'll be sitting in place and ready to set up, open up, and set up the phones inside. It will be open to the public. The footprint will close every day around 7 p.m. and the safety team will take over site management until it reopens the next morning at 10 and rinse, wash, repeat until the 19th when it concludes at 7 p.m., closes everything up, clean up, and it's out by well before 11:59 p.m. It's pretty easy. And that's that.
When you say the line, if it gets too long, you'll cut it, where will you cut it, or where are you aiming to keep the line contained to?
Well, if it looks like the line's getting too long, and I don't see any reason why it will, but if it does, we're planning for that. And if it gets to be, we'll get a look and feel for it, and we'll have a better feel for it after the event in Chelsea Triangle, because that's where it will take place first. We'll cut it between 50, 60, 75 people, and we'll just tell people to please come back later. There's no reason for them to wait in line. It's you're standing there to look at a phone or you see how a camera works. It's people have phones and cameras on it, use them every day. So it's nothing really exciting, but the client does want to promote their new technology.
If you go back to slide 9, I think we're just curious, like, which direction is the line going? Are there stanchions? Is it wrapping? Is it, snaking? Just kind of how
I think ideally we'd want you to keep the line confined to the plaza. You can.
Yeah, absolutely. The line will definitely be confined to the plaza, not on the sidewalk for Lucid, not crossing the crosswalk. We're very sensitive to that. People flow, and this is, even though it's not a sidewalk, it is. And we want people to use the plaza. So that's why we're working with the bid, and we're going to leave these umbrellas and tables. It's going to be more than 4, more than likely, but, this is where we'll have the overflow for the line. We will have rope and stanchion, and we'll only deploy as much as we need to.
And who is the client?
What brand of camera is that?
A big crowd?
We're under NDA with the brand, so I can't disclose the brand, but it's a phone brand.
Do we have a policy of not approving things where we don't know anything?
We generally like to know what we're dealing with, because then we can.
I guess we know enough.
Figure out the size of crowds.
The other one, it was like they couldn't even tell us what kind of product it was.
One of the largest companies.
It's a large, well-known phone brand.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll definitely have some kind of big phone.
Is there any controversy about this brand?
There's absolutely no controversy about this. You may have one in your pocket.
The last time we thought it was Test Run, it was just Lucid in front of their own store. So,
all right.
This is not Lucid trying to have a cocktail party in the plaza.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You got it. Thanks, guys. Have a nice evening.
Wait, one more question. I know
sorry.
we've gone over
I'm
this
still
with
here.
you. Will somebody from your team be on site?
So the answer is we have our security team, our safety team will be there 24/7. And we have a supervisor that is representing us that will be there 24/7. The supervisor obviously will change, but they will be representing us. So someone will be there all the time.
Okay, and if we go and we speak to the supervisor and we say, we talked to Thomas and we thought we agreed that like the line wouldn't be confined to the plaza, they're not gonna say, who's Thomas? I don't know about this. I don't know.
It's our security team is actually retired community affairs from the 6th precinct. One of the gentlemen, he runs our security program and he is the supervisor. He won't be there 24/7, but it's a collaboration. So we will have someone representing the company that will know me, that will be there 24/7 and have my number.
And what's this name?
I don't know, it's 45 days out, but there will be someone there that's a supervisor.
And retired, you said somebody that retired.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, my apologies. Yeah, Sonny Stellman. Retired detective, 6th precinct. And he owns a security company that we use. And Sonny and I go back 25 years.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Have a nice night, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have anyone here from Prince Street? I only see Darlene and Pete in the attendees, so I'm assuming that's a no.
Oh, I really wanted them.
I wanted to hear that one. That one is,
I have
that one,
many things to say.
A lunch party?
Yeah.
I think, all right.
Some pizza while they're
Is it a lunch party?
I'm gonna say, why are you applying for this? You just take over the rest of the block every day.
Yeah. All right,
Well, there's time to have them come to our next meeting.
They should definitely.
deny and then they can tell them,
So we don't know who this is.
deny, they could always come back. All right, so let's go into business session. I think we actually made all that pretty quick, all things considered.
Yeah.
We split up at the end.
Before we go into business session, Pete, yes, please go ahead. Do I have to allow, can you unmute, Pete?
Okay, sorry, I was way late. So Prince Street Pizza is a no-show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great, thanks for clarifying.
But I think we can have Florence ask them to come to next month.
I think we issue deny and say, but you need to come. Like deny, it's deny, like denies can always come back if they switch.
Okay,
But is that clear?
or the middle of July. If they come back in July.
I don't think we'd have time to vote before full board.
Okay.
That's not new.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to them.
Yeah, we should still try to get them to come.
I have some things to
Mess them up a
say.
little.
Still a strong deny.
I love the pink. I picked the pink thing. Good for you.
All right, so let's go back to number 1.
Bonds.
I think that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, the first one.
Yes.
All in favor, say
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstain, okay. My things are a bit out of order because I guess it's not the first one we heard, but okay. The Porsche, I guess it sounds fine. I know it's been problematic before.
I think it's gonna be kind of a cluster, but I think
It's a single car. They could probably park it there without a.
I was gonna say, they didn't need to come to us. And he emailed me and asked me a million questions. It was like, okay, I've done this, what else could I do? I think it was really a good show of.
I think it's good that they're doing the effort.
Yeah, I agree.
Are we okay?
Have the key to the car so someone can steal it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
It's a cool car, by the way.
Excuse, okay.
They're next to my house, so I'm gonna go and see what the collect.
I will be very curious.
Way super dry.
Just a line for the dry shampoo sample.
Trying to find my notes. I'm all mixed.
They're giving
DJ,
them
25 to
it's
40
in the
people.
store.
They're running the line south on Lafayette, and if it goes beyond Spring, they'll cut it.
Okay. I'm okay with that. All right, anyone?
Yes.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, recused, okay. AGI is withdrawn, mute,
It's the invite only.
that seems
Cello.
very restrained,
Yes.
that's just cello playing.
We should have more live acoustic.
Yeah, I like
It's an
that.
electronic.
They're gonna be able to hear it in Elizabeth Street.
Yeah, which would be nice. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, recused, okay. Resistorhood,
They came in person.
great cultural event,
And you might want to flag to the arts committee,
yeah. The arts committee or is it arts working group?
Working group.
working group.
Do they meet?
Do they still exist?
If they still like meet.
I'm technically on it.
Have you guys met recently? Okay. So all in favor of this one?
Aye.
Is Ivy still on the board?
No.
Oh, well, then our group's over.
Okay. So number 7, shaped LLX.
In front of the billboard.
That's the one in front of the billboard. I think that's
Fine.
fine. It's a lot of samples, but it seems like it's gonna be quick.
I like how they're going to figure out sizes for women. Bras and panties comes in millions.
Yeah.
How are they gonna figure this one out? One size
That's
fits
a
all? I
giveaway.
don't think so.
Yeah.
That's one actually we
What's
should
that
keep
gonna
an eye
happen?
on, because, that seems like a very valuable giveaway.
Yeah.
What?
But how are they gonna figure out?
I don't know.
How many?
No, but like,
This is for, I think it was for larger women, they said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Size.
All right, are we all
It's gonna be.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, recused, okay.
8 is not us.
Board.
8 is not us,
you
9,
have to,
No.
8, we
No,
just
okay.
like have no position. Yeah, 9,
The embargoed street.
well, so
9's a deny.
this came up last month and
And they
we weren't
never-
sure that it was embargo.
No, I
I have
emailed
I
them.
have an email saying it's embargoed,
Wait, what's embargoed?
that block.
Why?
I have an email from SAPO earlier this year. They
Oh,
just,
they're not gonna
it's an
let-
indefinite embargo on that block.
Broadway between
Oh.
Friends and
Yeah.
Spring Street? Why, it's
Too much.
Too
blocking
much going
traffic?
on,
Yeah.
yeah. So
You're gonna deny?
I think it's denied, it's embargoed.
That's number 9, right?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, now that we've gotten 2 straight applications on an embargoed block, SAPO is perhaps screwing up and not giving people advance notice about this.
I think we should ask.
We deny unless they
Move to
move it, but then we aren't really gonna get
I think
to.
we just deny, there's no time. Like if SAPO really wants them to do it there, they'll let them, but it's embargoed, I don't think they will. I think maybe we tell SAPO that like they should find a way in the system to not let people apply for embargoed blocks,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So do you want to have that as a second reso? I would.
Yeah.
Because right now, the way, like, the system is still letting people apply.
Does it need to be a separate or can it just be
No, I think
part
we
of
just-
that resolution?
Have it as part of that,
Yeah.
separate thing.
It shouldn't get to us.
Just in general,
yeah,
and this is an example.
okay, all in favor of that?
Aye.
I,
All right, any opposed, abstained, recuse, okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for people that go through the work and then they're on the block. Lancome Idol, is that a deny due to the?
you guys, they put big pink stickers I took pictures on my way here. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm walking to my committee meeting.
Can I see?
Yeah. It goes from like Canal to on all 4 corners of every block. They put these pink stickers that are like, come to the pop-up.
Well, I agree with you, it's wrong, but as a former marketing person, I admire their ambition.
So this is what it looks like.
Oh,
And then they're on like every,
oh, those are big.
all 4
Yeah, those are
corners
huge.
of every block, like leading up to Houston.
You know what, not only is it bad that they're doing it, but it didn't even seem like they had a plan to clean it up after that it was over, right? It would be,
Really annoying.
The only street advertising I approve of is Rosalia. Rosalia advertised a new album like 3 years ago.
Is
that a person?
not only did
Yeah,
they
he's a
put it
voice.
on, not the people came to it, but it doesn't seem like they had a plan to rip it up at the end. It's not, it's bad in every way you can imagine. It doesn't work.
And I think we just add, I also would, I want to add commentary, like this just continues to be a problematic site.
Well, okay, wait.
Pop-up square.
Okay.
Well, do we want to give them a
I-
chance to come back? She was like, I'll check with the client and let you
There's no time,
guys.
it starts.
Should we say deny unless they take it off?
But who's
I
gonna?
think we can just say like,
And I am
we
less
think they're not being a good actor, and so we don't want to reward behavior.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Bad
the
behavior
pop-up's
we've
not gonna
already
not
witnessed.
happen, So I think I would just deny, just to show that
Say
we don't
deny.
approve
Yeah.
of the.
On the 11th.
Yeah,
So it's not gonna happen.
I will say, I only care about the bad advertising. I don't care about mentioning the site, because it's a site that has a legal right to request permits, and if.
Yeah, the site isn't connected to their.
Yeah, fine. So we'll just mention deny and mention the illegal advertising.
Mhm,
Deny because they're screwing up already.
mhm, yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, recused?
Oh, I have to recuse. Sorry. After all of them.
You're gonna be recusing?
Along comes my client.
Oh,
That's why you beat him up, huh?
I'm gonna go.
Better.
Uh-oh.
I do strategy. I don't do that stuff, but I'm gonna find out who did, and I'm gonna be like, yo.
okay. Beauty,
So actually, no, it's authentic.
yeah. Beauty brand pop-up,
I like this one.
Astor Place, really thoroughly presented.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, recused, okay.
Wait, sorry, that was 11, right?
That was, that was,
Yeah,
that was,
yes, and
Unan approved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Balion, that's a no-show, all in favor of deny?
Aye. What is that? I don't even know.
I don't know, skincare. Carvel, I guess it's fine, I feel like that's a narrow sidewalk, but
Yeah, but they're hardly doing anything there.
yeah.
Katie, I don't think the rest of you guys know, Katie emailed us about a pop-up they had like 2 weeks ago or so.
Not
and
Carvel, but this,
The Cooper car, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. And apparently it's like the neighbors are really frustrated that the site doesn't give good direction on what's allowed and what's not. So I contacted the guy and he got back to me, but we have to schedule a meeting, but I'm gonna talk to him and try to,
The Cooper car guy?
yeah. Because it's always at that location that is the mess.
The Cooper car, right?
One thing I missed, are people also going inside Cooper cars to
Yeah.
get ice
That's where they
cream?
get the ice cream. That's
He
where.
rents out
the
the
ice cream.
space.
Yeah, cool.
So very
You get
little is
your vanilla
happening
ice cream from
outside.
that cart, and then you get more ice
No,
cream.
no. In the cart, you just get the cup and the spoon, and then you go inside. So very little is happening outside.
Close.
Yes.
I don't think,
Well,
I
it's
don't,
near where I live, so
I don't
it's
think this will be
particularly.
nearly as bad as Jim Sharp,
Yeah, I agree.
so I think it's fun.
Also, ice cream is a better community event than streetwear, so.
Are there any, I don't know this, are there any cars in there? Or that's just the name on the.
There
There
are
are
cars.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes he takes them out if like they rent the whole space, he'll like move the cars.
All right.
And for parties and
Aye.
events,
Aye.
for events,
Abstain, recused. We good, Rocio, you good on that one?
I'm okay.
Take care.
Tank Air. That is the Instagram brand,
Mhm.
Yeah, should be fine.
I guess, yeah.
It's a big sidewalk.
And
She's,
it's just restaurant supply stores from most
Yeah,
of that block
basically.
until Banks.
All right,
and like the Bowery Mission folks.
yeah. That's on the other side. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed, abstain, recused. Flaunt.
No show.
No show, deny.
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed, abstain, recused. Blue Air. All in favor, deny.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain, recused.
Wrong.
Okay, then I met you.
Mhm.
That is 12 to 6, up to 11, Broadway between Prince and Houston.
200 samples a day.
Close the line north, only 200 per day.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Unobjectionable.
All in favor of that?
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed, abstain, recuse. Built Cafe,
No show.
that's a deny. Apparently they had an event last month also, which the line was not well managed. So we should just flag
They're
that.
hiding in shame now.
We should just flag that too.
Okay, hang on, let me write it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed, abstain, recuse.
Flag
I think you're trying to do this every first of the month event.
and not
Mm.
well.
Oh,
People are limited the number of stuff they're supposed to be able to do every year. But, okay.
what's the limit?
I think it's 2 events, right? 2 street events per year.
Something like that, yeah. They told us.
Yeah, they told us. Too. I'm sure there's ways people find around that. Bag block.
Oh.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was the right event type, but I honestly feel like I should check with SAFO. I'm not 100% sure. Usually the block party is not supposed to be associated with like any particular organization, but it's a nonprofit. Everybody loves them.
Yeah.
So I would say approve, but I would also I'll just check with SAFO that it's the right event type.
I worked at the door. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we want to.
All
right.
We can note that they should,
It's a little annoying that they like don't want other members of the public to do like.
Yeah, but they're not gonna bar them entry is what they said.
Yeah.
People can still go, but
Yeah,
it may not be that interesting to them.
Right, I think it's fine.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
I just put a note for you to check with SAFO.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. Block party?
Wait,
No.
Badalada?
Oh. No, because we did that one earlier. So.
Oh, we didn't vote on that.
We didn't vote.
No, I know. That's why I missed.
Oh.
Hello?
I've had a long couple days. Sorry.
You need a
Sorry,
long
it's
vacation.
I do need a vacation.
Travel somewhere.
Okay.
No, don't, just.
Badalada.
6 guards.
6 guards.
Some serious undertaking.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I was looking through my email to see if anyone had complaints to me last year and I didn't see any.
I feel like the Gansevoort Plaza people are usually pretty on it with like telling them.
The meatpacking and Astor Bid, both of them, like the Village Alliance and the meatpacking bid people are generally really, like if they're in coordination with them.
A little annoying that it seems like you need to pre-register to go through this thing that's blocking off the space, but.
Yeah, but that's better because then they not have a line.
And it didn't tell you how to pre-register.
I think.
All in favor of that?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, recused. Okay, now the dog walk.
I want the pool to be in a gated off area. I think I want to say that.
But let me ask you a question. As a dog owner who said dog runs all the time, and but it's pretty basic what they're talking about. And if somebody's allergic and unhappy, they don't have to walk through that block.
But if they have the pool out, and they want the dogs to splash in it, everyone's gonna take their dogs off leash.
I'm not.
We'll mention
Many
that.
people would.
We'll mention that they said they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I mean, I would just note that don't put it right next to the sidewalk where people are walking. To me, that's the more important part.
They don't get splashed.
They're not splashing. and
Yeah,
they're
great.
not-
Let's save both.
Yeah, all right. Look, I think this is
I spend
really
a lot of
interesting.
time in dog run.
I think it's better than a commercial takeover.
Me too.
To each their own.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, all in favor?
Naturally.
Aye.
Or even though what?
Aye. Dog under owners.
Crypto people.
Okay.
So who's the guy that's sponsoring this party?
He's a crypto
Ben
entrepreneur.
Rubin.
Very rich guy. All right.
I'm guessing this is, they'll try to do these all over the place.
It's fine for everyone to write her.
They'll do it all over, like,
Yeah.
anyway, I went to the food thing that,
Oh,
the food thing.
Which one?
In, Washington.
oh,
Union
Market?
Square Park.
Yeah.
It was great again this year.
Great.
It's usually great.
But it's, I think it could be that kind of thing where if it works, they'll start doing it all over. I could be wrong.
And then the phones.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just
you don't need to know the brand.
I
You
think
don't need
every
to know the
time.
brand. It's just.
I think you should note that. I think you should note that our one hesitation is that we don't know who's actually going to be.
Yeah.
The product, and that should be SAPO, I don't know how you want to phrase this, but SAPO should encourage, if not demand, that if they're gonna come before the board, they tell us who it is, because.
Yeah.
In this case, it's like one of like 3 things.
Right.
So we kind of have an idea.
No, I know, but in general,
I mean, the other one really was, we couldn't even know what the product was. That was crazy.
No, they told us it was a car, though. It ended up being.
Said it was a car?
He did eventually.
Yeah.
I don't recall that.
And it was Lucid in front of their own store. And I went to that event because I actually knew someone who was on the production team. And it was perfectly benign, nothing was happening because no one knows who Lucid Motors is really, unfortunately for them. If it was a big car company, then it would have been a big deal. Whereas with the phone company, we sort of know what we're getting.
listed cars are really.
Although if it's Apple, I should recuse, but I don't know how to do that because I don't know who it is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just make a note that it's,
Yeah.
people have to stop doing this.
And then Prince Street Park launch party, unanimous deny. I think we need to flag that because it's, what?
You can call for the vote.
Oh,
I wanna know how.
all in favor of deny. All in favor of deny.
Wait, what did we deny?
Prince Street.
Oh, the no-show. Aye.
Oh, I would say, come on over.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? No. I think that one I also want, we need to flag that that's going to draw an insane crowd, whatever, like, and it's,
On Front Street?
yeah. And that,
Wait, what did I miss? What's the launch party of what?
it's the Prince Street, we don't know, they didn't show up.
Right.
Some kind of brand collaboration. So that one, I think we flagged this one of being like a real safety issue because it could draw a massive crowd because that's already, there's already lines.
Well, Neatly Spiked is a seltzer, and the person who said she was coming is from a seltzer brand. So my guess is that Prince Street is launching a collab seltzer.
Oh, wow.
Which is even worse.
I don't think, well, I mean, we'll figure it out if they get back to us. That's not like a crazy high traffic car area. And like, it's an easy enough turn onto Prince, sorry, to keep going onto Elizabeth from Houston. So like, I don't think it's gonna be a gigantic traffic snarl.
Okay.
Wait, Prince?
Between Elizabeth and Mart.
Well, we're still discussing the last one.
Oh, I thought we denied it because they never show.
I don't know.
Talking about
We're
what we
talking about
want
what
to
goes in the
flag.
reso.
Oh, I see.
I am open to there being a nice block party on that block as long as they actually get their shit together. But I don't think,
I think this is impossible. Like Prince is the thorough because you turn, from Bowery. And so already it's like a mess when even you can't like get through because it's such a Bowery to the west side row.
They're a no-show, aren't we?
Yeah. All right.
We are, but we're flagging.
Renewals. The renewal.
Oh, there's one renewal.
is that true?
Can we, you
Did we do
remember
all
about
of
this
them last
one?
month?
So,
I have some memory about it. Some people on,
yeah, some people thought they weren't well prepared, I think, when they came. But then the event was fine and it wasn't an issue.
did you go to it?
I think some other people wanted to, I didn't. I think Eddie maybe went to it.
So do you know which particular places are involved in this one? Do you recall?
I think that's the one. Was that the one that was like Rossioli?
Was it like 12 chairs involved?
Or the Rossioli? I think this is the Rossioli.
Yeah, where
Restaurant?
they close the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
I think the music was a little loud, but it was a nice event.
Well, also this
I got a
sponsor is
cool-
different.
Yeah.
This is Edible Schoolyard versus,
Yeah.
although were they raising money or something? No.
So now,
No, they weren't raising, I mean, they were charging people, but if it's the one I remember from last year.
It was mostly just a local restaurant selling in front of their
Yeah.
own businesses, which is good.
okay, so I'm going to recuse on that one because I have a building on that block and I don't know if my tenant is involved at all. So I'll
Okay.
recuse on that one on the renewals. Yeah.
Okay.
Tenant.
All the rest.
Not that I'm making any money.
Right.
but-
No. Everybody else okay?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think, I don't know if, I think there was just a clerical error in probably leaving out some. I asked the
Yeah,
office about it today. I asked the office about it today and I don't know what happened, so. They somehow got left off the agenda.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I just put 2 new business items. One is the need to follow up on that Summer Fridays issue.
Yes.
And then one is I will follow up with the guy from the car place that I emailed after Katie came to us. All right.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
I gotta go home.
Yeah.
Will, are you just gonna send an email to SAPO with things? How do we get in touch with them?
Great.
I'm happy to send an email, but I feel like they don't listen to me.
Yeah, I'll do it. So what did we say we're following up again?
The Summer Fridays was like branded taxis, lines everywhere, blah, blah, blah.
Turn off the Zoom.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
My office manager actually